Okay, so I'm broadcasting right now. It looks like we're going okay. Yeah, so it looks like we're good to go whenever. So.
Okay, dude. Well then, hit it up, my son.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fund the Charity Room, which is... I don't even know what the fuck it is, and Skype is telling me to check that my microphone's plugged in. Can you still hear me, Gareth?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, well then Skype's a piece of shit. All right then. Hello, everybody. Anyway, if you're... Okay, shut up, Skype. I don't care. Anyway, this is Kirby 64. Personally, this is my favorite Kirby game. It's close. I mean, I've got a lot of favorites, but this is the one I have by far the most memories with, because this is the one I played the most as a kid. It was my first Kirby game. This and Nightmare and Dreamland in particular hold a special place in my heart, but of course the two newest games, Triple Deluxe and Robobot, are both also fantastic. Oh yeah, I should probably share screens with Gareth so he can see what the fuck's going on.
No, dude, I am watching the stream live. It's fine.
Oh, okay, you're sure?
Yeah, it's good for me, but...
Okay, well then I'll stop sharing and save some frame rates. Anyway, all of these people were supposed to get in line for the game, but they forgot to look at each other. I love that. They're just all looking randomly, and it's like Kirby's like, hey, DDD, yo. What's up?
DDD, that's a nice ass.
Yeah. So anyway, for this playthrough, it was just easiest for me to stream from my Wii U, which is why we have no complete save files. But I've done like probably 5 or 6 100% runs of this game before, so I know pretty much what I'm doing. I think the only thing that I'll ever really have issues with is remembering certain levels where you need to bring in a specific combination of powers.
Yeah.
With you. Do I know how to use Kirby's copy ability? Yes, I do, so we don't need to see that. Anyway, Gareth, can you tell all of the fine people watching why we are here?
Damn straight I can, son. We are here with a Fundy charity room to raise money for the Dreamscape Foundation, a fantastic charity that works across America, helping people with disabilities, all kinds. Whether you're watching this on Twitch or on the Fundy charity room website, click the fancy donate button. It'll send you to a GoFundMe page where you can leave a donation. You can leave a comment or a question for anyone to answer. You can also, if there is an incentive you want, for a game like, say, Johnny's Castlevania DS games, or what version of Symphony of the Night you want to run, or, of course, what route of Shadow the Hedgehog you want to make Ted suffer through, you can leave a comment asking what you want to do. And if there's, sometimes with various things, like if TJ was on, we can just make him sing shit, but he's not here today. So.
Yeah. Oh, I should mention regarding Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm shocked that Evil is winning at the moment, because if you make me play the good playthrough, I have to go through Lost Colony, which is, like, awful. It's, like, the worst level in the game. So, yeah, so I want to see some more good runs, goddammit. But anyway, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with Kirby, but if you're not familiar with Kirby 64, its big gimmick is that you can take powers and combine them together. So, for example, right now, I've got Spike and Cutter, which allows me to do whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. And the game is just really wacky with the different combinations you can get. So, for example, I'm going to get Fire right now. And let's see what the next... oh, wait, hold on. I think another Cutter is popping up, because Fire Cutter is actually one of the best abilities. Oh, god damn it! Circuit... Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, no! Okay.
We're off to a great start, folks.
Yeah. Well, who needs powers anyway? Fire Cutter gives you a Fire Sword, which is awesome, but... Yeah, so anyway, this will be a 100% run, meaning I'm going to get all of the crystal shards. There are 3 in every level, and also 1 for boss levels. Some of them can be kind of cryptic, so if you are unfamiliar with how to get some, well, then this will probably be a good playthrough for you to watch then, I guess. Gareth, what experience do you have with Kirby 64 in particular?
Kirby 64 was a game, and it was delayed in England by like a year.
Really?
And I remember this because I used to follow the official Nintendo magazine. I used to subscribe to it.
Did they not have Nintendo Power in England, or was it just...
No.
Ah.
Yeah, the power wasn't a thing. But I remember it because it was reviewed. I forget the years. Let's just we did this game come out like 97, 96?
I think it was like 2000 actually.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, let's just say, for sake of argument, its first review was in like August of '99, and then nothing came out, and then it was reviewed again back in like July of 2000. And I remember just like, where the fuck? Because I loved Kirby.
Oh yeah.
Because my one of my earliest games was Kirby's Adventure on the NES. Great game. You know, I didn't own it, but I love Superstar. I had never played Dreamland 2 or 3, so when I first played this game initially, I didn't like how Kirby's body morphed, because it was unlike Adventure and Superstar.
Oh yeah, the hats I think were added in Superstar. I think like for Adventure and Dreamland 2, which were Game Boy games, they just didn't have it would take a lot of sprite memory in order to have all the hats. But
the only hat was Sword. In Kirby's Adventure, Kirby did have the Link's hat.
Okay.
Sword.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I'm talking bullshit.
Okay. Okay, because I've played a lot of the remake of Kirby's Adventure, Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance, but Adventure 8-bit version I don't have a lot of experience with. Dreamland 3 is interesting in that like they had the hats for Superstar, and then they kind of dropped them for Dreamland 3. In a lot of ways, I think Kirby 64 is an improved version of Dreamland 3. Because it's got a similar kind of idea where you can combine a power in one of the animal buddies in order to get different things, but it's got some other issues. I haven't played it extensively, but...
I believe the director of 64 did Dreamland 3, which is why they're so similar.
Yeah, Kirby's Dreamland 1, Kirby's Dreamland 2, Kirby's Dreamland 3, and Kirby 64 kind of make up an unofficial trilogy, because there's got, like, the bad guy, the dark matter, you kind of see an evolution of them through the 3 games. So, yeah. But out of the 3, I mean, I haven't played a lot of Dreamland 2, but I think this is the strongest out of all of them. Just because this is, for one thing, this is a gorgeous N64 game. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing it being output in HD because I'm playing it on the Wii U, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and the soundtrack's amazing. Although that's par for the course.
It's Kirby. What'd you expect?
Yeah.
Also, this game has exploded throwing stars. Best Kirby game confirmed.
Oh yeah, this is the exploding shuriken stars are. I don't think I'll be able to show off every power because I think there's like 8 main powers. So I think there's something like 40 some odd power combinations, so I won't be able to show off all of them. I don't think, because
some of them suck. Like there's a good like 4 that are just stupid. That don't do anything.
Oh wait, hold on. This is actually an area where I can show off one of the more stupid but also adorable ones right now. So we've got Spark, which actually kind of combines into some of the best powers in the game. And we've got Ice right here, so once Chili here stops doing his thing, we suck him up, and now we're a fridge.
It's so dumb! It's so dumb!
At the very least, it does. If you can manage to pick up the food before it disappears, it does heal you. Yeah. So there is that, and like it's kind of, there's a lot of different food items that you can throw out. Like they've got this, they've got a stick. Okay, what the hell? Yeah. You know what? Fridge %. Let's go.
Fridge % run.
I mean, it's possible. There are stupider runs for a game that I've seen.
Like Legend of Zelda, no sword run. It's like, okay.
I don't even know how you get any items in that run. Like, because you can kill stuff with other items, granted, but I think you need the sword in order to kill an enemy to get the bombs, which is like the first thing you can run into or something.
You know, I used to think that stuff, but after just witnessing MBM completely destroy Pokemon Blue, anything's possible in video games.
Oh yeah, that I don't understand life anymore, Gareth.
I don't. I seriously, that fucked me up, Ted. I don't no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
What, you know? Speaking of that, we did get a few donations. We have a $5 donation from Sean Gallagher, who says, "Here's a $5 to that dynamite Pokemon run. I think I need to lie down." And we have another $5 from Pizza Pan. Says, "I want to remind people something about Shadow the Hedgehog Bid War. The only level that will torture Ted the most is Lost Colony and can only be played on a pure hero route. So let's get donated to that instead of pure evil." Also, question for Ted: which do you hate more, Lost Colony good or the Doom evil mission?
The Doom. Which one is that again? Is that the one in the city? No, wait, that's the one, the other Ark level, isn't it? Where you have to try to find all the soldiers and kill them?
I think so. It's been a while since I played Shadow, I must admit.
Honestly, I have more bad memories of Lost Colony because when I was first playing Shadow the Hedgehog as a kid, okay, yeah, the fridge is goddamn useless. When I was first playing Shadow the Hedgehog as a kid, obviously one of the first routes I did was the good route because like I'm a goody two shoes. I want to do the good route, be with Sonic and all that shit. So one of the level, I think like I did a neutral run first because I messed up doing the good run of Westopolis because I didn't know that there were enemies to fight after the goal ring. So, but yeah, like one of the first 3 or 4 runs I did of Shadow the Hedgehog was pure good, and of course that means doing Lost Colony good, which is goddamn torture. So,
yes,
yeah. With that said, I have not played through Shadow in quite a long time. So I don't actually remember the Doom evil that well, so it very well might be worse. We will have to wait and see.
I love that when this artist, I think her name's Adeline, when she tries to attack you can just slide into her and wreck her shit.
Actually, I think if you have the health, you can just take the hit, and you will take damage, but she will also get hurt, because that's a common thing with Kirby is that, unlike a lot of other games where there's touch damage, the enemies also take damage from you. So I'm pretty sure she can just run into you, and then you take the damage, but she also dies. I think she's also another character from Dreamland 3. It's kind of confusing, because there's another character in that game referred to as Addo, and it's not really clear whether or not Addo and Adeline are separate characters, or if it's just like a name shortening thing because of like character limits and things like that. But yeah, so yeah, the first world of Kirby 64 is pretty short. Get out of here. The first world of Kirby 64 is pretty short, but it gets you kind of used to it. One thing I love about Kirby 64 is that this game has more of a ongoing plot than most other Kirby games do. So there's a lot of like returning characters and things like that. Like in the previous level, Waddle Dee helped us get across a bridge, and it's small things like that that really kind of add to the worlds of Kirby 64, I think, too. So
I'd read somewhere that, unless maybe this is one of those internet rumors that's complete bullshit, but I think at one point they were planning something like what they eventually did with Return to Dreamland, by having like four playable characters in story mode.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, because there are playable sections with DDD. So, yeah.
Can we talk about how fantastically off-model DDD is in this game?
Oh yeah, he looks... I mean, granted, I understand why, because it was their first 3D interpretation of the character, but he still looks... It's his face. It's very...
His beak is too small.
Yeah, it's very fat.
His beak is way too small.
I couldn't really tell what he was supposed to be the first time I played the game. But anyway, pro strats, you will need double cutter in order to get the I think it's the second crystal shard in this level, so yeah. Also, always go left whenever you get the chance, because there's usually hidden goodies like this Max Tomato over here, so woo. This isn't intended to be a speedrun or anything like that. I think you can speedrun Kirby 64 or 100% in under 3 hours. But generally, it's about a 4-hour game for me, so yeah. Gareth, favorite power?
Just in this game, it's
yeah.
You know what, I'm partial to Flame Sword, and the double-edged lightsaber.
Oh yeah. Well, those are not only 2 of the cooler ones, but they're also just 2 of the most straight-up useful ones. In
yeah,
the game.
they're pretty great. Well, one nice thing is that a lot of the times the hidden blocks are hidden behind checkerboards, and normally a lot of them show you the colors you need.
Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3. There's only like 2 or 3 instances in the game I can think of where they don't tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one that comes to mind immediately is in the volcano level. There's just kind of like cracked ground, and you're supposed to just figure out that you need ice. I think is what it is. So
yeah, I think there was only like 1 or 2 shots I had to actively look up.
Yeah.
Find the exact way to do it.
The one that needed, the one where you have to, if I had to guess, is it the one that where you had to climb up the wall with the stone cutter transformations?
Maybe it's been a few years since I like actively 100% did this game. I just remember there was only like 2.
Yeah.
Actively confused me. The power up you have, I don't like because Kirby turns into a fucking monster. I don't like this, man.
Yeah, DDD just looks kind of, I don't know. He's just very strange looking. And also, how long did it take you to realize that it's not a rabbit on the back of his robe?
See, I always thought, because Japanese, I always thought it was like a person doing a peace sign.
I never thought that. Yep.
I love to. I know you're ahead, but I love in the cutscene when DDD's in that ball, Kirby turns to the camera like, "Oh shit, fam."
Oh man. Now I believe if you don't murder DDD in 5 seconds using a power, he does actually reuse some of the attacks from when he is possessed in Dreamland 3. But fuck that shit. Most of the mini bosses in this game are pathetic, even by Kirby standards.
Like this is the worst DDD fight bar none in the entire franchise.
Oh yeah.
I wish I know. I love the boss themes are so good. Even all of the cutscene tracks. Like I love it. It's scored like an old Tom and Jerry cartoon, which Ted's a bit ahead of us. But in this cutscene, where like DDD's looking around, you hear like trumpets like like it's scored like a '60s cartoon. It's adorable.
All of the music is orchestrated to match the events of the characters, and it's just awesome.
So I love the fact that like DDD's like I'm gonna follow you guys, and he has to like he's like, I'm gonna hate myself in the morning. And he just runs and jumps off his castle.
Hey Gareth, look.
Oh God, no! Never again.
Wispy Woods, motherfucker.
Oh, I swore after last year I'd never face this guy again. Oh shit!
And not only that, there's also baby Wispy Woods.
Oh God, now we're not just murdering Wispy Woods, we're taking his entire family with us. Oh shit!
Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite Wispy fights in the series, I think. For one thing, I love that Kirby 64 tries to be a 2.5D game, I guess, is like, there's a lot of, like, especially nowadays, there's a lot of 2D platformers that have 3D graphics, but it kind of just plays like a 2D platformer. Like, it could have been made out of sprites and it wouldn't really play any differently. Kirby 64 tries to do a lot of things with the 3D nature of the environments, and for one of them, it's these kind of circular boss arenas that they actually did bring back in, I think, Kirby Planet Robobot. There's a couple of boss fights like this, and I think the boss fights are one of the highlights of the game, although some of them can be pretty goddamn obnoxious. I mean, Wispy's pretty easy, because of course he is. Oh, he doesn't cry in this version, though. He just has a sad face.
Good.
But yeah.
Oh, so what after you?
No, you go. I was just done.
Oh, I would say that in terms of the like it's a 2D game, but making it more like 3D, it kind of reminds me of what they would do to a lot of the bosses in the Sonic Rush games.
Oh yeah.
Where, like it's still especially like I'm thinking of the one where you have to like hit there's that ball and that like swinging stick.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Was that the casino levels?
Yeah,
boss?
I think that was the casino level in Rush 1. But like yeah, that kind of I like that because they're even though they're keeping Kirby in a 2D plane, they're taking advantage of the power of the N64 by making it just feel more open world.
I am surprised though that they didn't at least try to get a 3D Kirby game off the ground. There have been prototypes, and there is that 3D minigame in Kirby Planet Robobot, but it's been 16 years since this game came out. Goddamn. And there still has not been a proper 3D Kirby game. Which it's not like, I mean, I love 2D Kirby, so that's fine, but I'm surprised they never tried to make it happen a little bit more.
I would imagine at this point they're kind of like I don't want to say they've missed their chance, because obviously they can do what they want, but because Kirby was like literally one of the only franchises that they never made the jump, maybe at this point Nintendo just feel we should maybe just keep him 2D.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I think the 3D minigame, if that was received well in Kirby Planet Robobot, if that was received well, they might try to do something like with that, but that was the thing about that minigame is that it was basically just like there was no powers. It was basically just Kirby's Dream Land 1. Okay, so this is one of the more annoying shards to get in the game. You need to make sure that you have single rock with you if you don't want to backtrack. Because this game, basically, there's an upcoming shard that requires rock electric. There's one electric guy in the area where you can get that shard. So you need it to, if you don't want to backtrack, you need to take rock with you. And make sure that you don't hit the electric guy, otherwise you have to replay the whole level all over again. So, yeah, keep that in mind.
Woo. Hooray!
Yeah. Auto-scrolling section. Gareth, have we had any more donations?
Yeah, let me have a quick look. So it looks like... Oh, here we go. Another $10 donation from Peter Pan saying, I forgot to say put my donations to Pure Hero, so please do. The Doom is the Kill 60 gun show mission on the Ark, but it is part of a semi-villain route that's not on the list. There should be.
Yeah, but there should be both semi-villain routes should be on the list.
Yeah, on the incentive list we do have Pure Hero, Evil One and Hero, Semi-Hero, Neutral, Semi-Dark, and Pure Dark. Each have Hero and Evil paths. So whatever specific one. That's a slight issue I found we've been having with the Shadow ones. That a lot of people, they'll say like Pure Hero, but they don't dictate whether you want to end Hero or.
Well, just for shits and giggles, I want the Pure Hero route to end with Shadow fighting Sonic, being like, yeah, I'm gonna let the world end because I wanted to end my rivalry with you, Sonic. Oh god, that game is so dumb. That game is amazingly dumb. Okay, so I need to be careful here because if I screw the... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've had plenty of runs where I've missed that this electric guy, and I've had to replay the entire level all over again. It's usually a little bit easier to start with electric and then get one of the rock guys because they're a little bit easier to hit, but doing it this way saves some time. I will say that electric rock is one of the best powers because you get this like giant swinging rock thing that annihilates everything. Like, I don't even know, but yeah, this is one of my favorite powers in the game because it murders stuff pretty damn good.
It murders stuff real good.
Yeah, you even see some of the 3D parts of this game right here with these cactuses are trying to get you from the background. This is the kind of stuff like this really didn't... Like, they had Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which was a 3D game, but they didn't even really try to do anything with it until anything like that for the series again until Triple Deluxe. So, damn it. I'm going to try to get the, just for a quick side note, I am going to try to get the enemy cards or 1-ups whenever I do the ending minigame. Although I do believe you have to grind somewhat for the enemy cards, because I believe there's more enemy cards than levels in the game. So, yeah.
I just remember, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say there. Never mind.
All right then.
I think the biggest downside. Oh no, I remember now because I believe I remember back in Kirby kind of went the way of Metroid for a few years when nothing was coming out, because after this game, I mean Kirby's Air Ride, whatever. Yeah. But like after this game, there wasn't really a proper Kirby game until Return to Dreamland. But I remember reading and keeping current with Return to Dreamland's initial conception started out as a GameCube game, which I believe, I may be wrong, someone in the chat I'm sure will correct me, but I think that they were planning, to go back to our earlier conversation, a actual 3D Kirby game.
Yeah, I do think. Yeah, but I don't think it ever got out of a prototype stage, I think. Because they do have pictures of like Kirby running around in a very obviously kind of prototypey checkerboard kind of thing. But he had like powers and everything. And I do remember that there were pictures of a Kirby game where like he had a whole bunch of enemy buddies with him. So, and I think like you could ride on top of them, kind of like how you can do it in Return to Dreamland. So, yeah, they did have like spin-offs and smaller games. Like they had the Game Boy Advance remake of Kirby's Adventure.
An Amazing Mirror, the best game ever made.
Oh fuck! One thing that I will never understand is the serious like defense force that Amazing Mirror has. Because honestly, my opinion on Amazing Mirror is well known. I do not like that game very much at all. But every time I bring it up, everybody's all like, "Fuck you, Ted! Amazing Mirror is the best Kirby game."
I like it, but I like Amazing Mirror. It's kind of flawed, and I don't think Metroidvania suits Kirby.
It would be
But I like it.
It's Milky Way Wishes where you can choose whatever power you want at any time, right?
Yeah, and also it's the one where there's the 4 Kirbys and he has cell phones and you can call your friends to come and help you.
Yeah, if Amazing Mirror had the Milky Way Wishes thing where you could pick whatever power you want at any given time, I think a Kirby Metroidvania would be fine. But it's just the big problem with Kirby in the Amazing Mirror is oh, I need Hammer for this thing. Better go run back halfway across the map and get Hammer and make sure that I don't get hit. Otherwise, I'm going to lose Hammer and not be able to do the puzzle and have to go all the way back. That's my biggest issue with Amazing Mirror. Also, is just that it's kind of like have you ever played the original 8-bit Metroid, Gareth?
Yeah, years ago.
Well, in that game, there's the Ice Beam and the Wave Beam, and you can't have both at the same time. So if you have the Wave Beam and you need the Ice Beam for something, what you have to do is you have to go all the way back and get the Ice Beam. And then if you want the Wave Beam again...
That sucks.
Yeah, so it's basically that entire thing for the entire game. It's like if you had to do that for every power-up you had in Metroid, which is my biggest issue with...
Amazing Mirror.
With Amazing Mirror. And I mean, it's not... Granted, you don't need every power for every situation, so it's not quite that bad, but... It's just, yeah, that's my biggest issue with the game.
I will say, though, Amazing Mirror has the best Kirby power-up, Smash.
Yeah, they brought that...
Basic Smash.
They brought that back for Planet Robobot. If you have
really? Nice.
If you have the Smash Brothers Kirby amiibo, you can get it at any time, but it is hidden in a couple of areas if you don't have it, so... Yeah, and it plays... And his guard button, which they've added, has the little Smash Brothers bubble thingy, too.
Nice.
Although Amazing Mirror sucks because it's like one of the only Kirby games that doesn't have DDD in it, so worst Kirby.
Although this game does have Meta Knight, 0 out of 10 worst Kirby game.
Meta Knight, he's Shadow the Hedgehog of Kirby. Let's be real here. And just so you guys don't think I'm insulting him that much, I love Shadow as a character. I don't know why, but I do. So
you SA2 trash.
I think you hypnotized 100p there, Gareth. I don't think. I have a hard time believing that Mr. P would think that SA1 is better because there's no... Oh wait, that's the way out of the area.
Ted, all I'm saying is that, you know, if the Great Sonic Adventure debate didn't prove it, 100p saying it did. SA1's better game. Get fucked, Ted.
Well, I guess I better go find a corner to cry in now.
Looks like we got another donation, guys. We now are sitting at $1,801. Which is amazing. We just had a $10 donation from Boardman, who says, "Hello again, guys. I'm finally awake again after my night shift, so I can donate to the guests." I'm not sure what that would to the maybe cause you meant to say. A question for both of you: are you familiar with Brawl in the Family, and do you have any favorite characters or moments in it, Ted?
Oh, I am. Brawl in the Family. Have you heard of it, Gareth?
Yeah, I know. Please, I know of it. I know I've read certain strips, but I couldn't tell you what they are, unfortunately. But I from what I've read, it was a very humorous little comic book. Yeah, it's basically a Nintendo comic. There's a lot of Kirby in it, is basically the thing, because like Kirby and DDD in particular are probably the characters that appear the most in the. Oh wait, hold on. I actually this is something that I messed up. You actually need to start this level with rock, so I'm gonna go get a rock real quick. Anyway, yeah, I love Brawl in the Family. It's a fantastic comic. I was actually really sad when it ended. Probably my favorite storyline in the comic is they had a little series where it was a Phoenix Wright parody, but all the Kirby characters were the lawyers, and it was fantastic. Like King DDD was the prosecutor, and it was just amazing. So. Yeah, that was probably my favorite, because if you guys know me, I'm a huge Ace Attorney fan. So, yeah. Nerd!
So, you like Transformers.
Yeah, what's your point? Thank you for proving my point.
Transformers is stupid because... Yeah.
Optimus Primal was cheated, damn it!
Oh.
88, fuck you, IGN.
Yeah, Oh wait, who was the one that was above Optimus Primal that you hated the most?
Like everyone, like fucking Tuxedo Mask.
Oh yeah, Tuxedo Mask did nothing wrong, Gareth.
Oh, Ted. I can't wait to MomoCon next year. I'm gonna give your head such a swirly.
I mean, come on, he's so helpful. He tells Sailor Moon not to cry, and then goes away by throwing a rose.
Guys, if we reach $2,000 by the end of this run next year at MomoCon, I will shave Ted's head.
How about?
You know what? Just say that. It looks like we just got a $100 donation.
Oh damn!
So it looks like Ted. Looks like you're getting close to having a shaved head next year. So.
Oh no! I would not do very well with the cue ball looks, just for the record.
We have Bruce M donated $100 and said, "Hey guys, it's great to see you guys raising money to help people with disabilities. NBA Shredder Pokemon Blue has completely blown my mind. I agree. That deserves such a huge donation. Thank you so much. Keep up the amazing work. Put $25 of these dollars towards Shadow the Hedgehog Semi-Hero Path." Okay. So of the Bruce.
Oh, that's the one where we find the computer room.
Yeah. So Bruce M, just to confirm, if you want to maybe leave a comment in the Twitch chat, I'll keep an eye on that. But so of the 100, you just want 25 to go towards Hero Path, and you want the remaining 75 to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'll put 25 to begin with, and then we can come back to that.
Yeah.
So you wanted Semi-Hero Path.
Yeah, that's the one where we find the computer room.
Damn straight. Without that lever, I wouldn't be here. So
I'm sure you would have found a different stupid name for your website. I don't know.
So if you hate me, you can blame that level entirely.
Fund the charity room.
There we go. We were at the last second we were toying to see if we could find a Vector voice actor to say that, but we didn't. If I ever see one again, we'll do that.
Who voiced Vector in the 4Kids dub?
I'm not too familiar with his 4Kids actor, but obviously he was the only one who said it. I could look that up, but I won't. I met his current voice actor, Keith Silverstone, last year. He was at TsubasaCon, where we did that terrible anime panel, and I got him to say on camera, "Find the computer room," which was pretty sweet.
Vector's only been voiced in Generations. Did he have like a writer's appearance or something?
Yes, Vector is part of Team Rose in Sonic 3 Riders.
Ah, okay.
For some reason, Vector joins up with Amy and Cream, not Big for some reason.
That's because John St. John can't be beaten, I think is probably why.
Well, you say that, but the current voice actor is Kale Bear, who voices Ryu in Street Fighter,
Wait, oh god, I'm forgetting his name. Kyle Herbert, voices Big the Cat.
Yeah, how do you pronounce his last name? I've heard it's pronounced Hey Bear.
I wouldn't be surprised because I think it's French in origin. He's also the voice of Miles Edgeworth too.
Who's Miles Edgeworth? I'm not.
He's the prosecutor from Phoenix Wright.
Nerd.
Oh, shut up, Gareth. You like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, who doesn't? The show's amazing.
Hold on, wait. I know how to get you upset. Leonardo is the best turtle.
Okay, I'm going. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Okay, no, I'm just lying. Leonardo's a block of wood. So, I mean, who likes Leonardo?
Aaron.
What?
Leonardo is legitimate Aaron's favorite Ninja Turtle.
Oh well, I gotta go taunt him about not having Darkwing Duck a little bit more in that case. Then, because seriously, who likes Leonardo?
Nerds. Let's have a look. Oh, we got a few more donations. We're currently sitting at $1,922. So just a few more, and I get the shaved Ted's head. We have $20 from Sir.
Don't stop it! Don't. How about this? If we reach $2,000 before the end of Kirby 64, I will sing the entire Sailor Moon theme song. How about that?
God. Okay, good. $20 from Sam Bagel. Hey guys, great job with this marathon so far. Put this towards Portrait of Ruin. You got that, my man. Portrait of Ruin. Here we come. And it says, also, question for Ted. Is there anything you do like about Gen 4?
Well, you see, here's the thing. I often get caught up in semantics a lot of the time when people are talking about me not liking Gen 4. Because it's just like, well, if you don't like Gen 4, that means you don't like Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It's just kind of the way I talk. Whenever I say Gen 4, I usually mean Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. But I don't like saying Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum because that's more syllables than Gen 4, and I'm lazy. So I like the Gen 2 remakes from Gen 4. How about that? That's something about Gen 4 that I like. So anyway, here's one of the stupider Kirby 64 powers, which is the light bulb. You need it for exactly one purpose, and that's to light up one dark room in the entire game. Otherwise, it's pretty goddamn stupid. So we're going to get that, and then we're going to light up this room and never do it again. So, okay. Star, cloud, moon. Oh, was that the only donation, Gareth?
Oh no, I think we have. Let me just refresh. I think there's at least one more. Let's have a look. Okay, we had a donation from Mario 1, Sonic 2. I'm not sure if that's. I mean, Sonic's better than Mario, or Sonic just comes.
Well, that's
after
just
Mario.
well, I mean, that second one's true, but Mario being better than Sonic is just objectively false. So.
Here's a single dollar for the Fund the Charity Room live stream. I'm loving this Kirby 64 run by Ted. Loved Gareth's commentary. Thank you so much. I'll pay you in the morning. I'll be donating throughout the next possible days. Looking forward to all of the runs. Good luck, fellow peers. Smiley face.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, I love when you have a single spark. It looks like Kirby's in the middle of a sweet rave party.
Oh wait, it's even more like that if we get. Hold on, I'm gonna get double spark just to get the even more sweet rave party one because. Oh wait, there's a hold the phone. There's a Max Tomato here. I never knew that. I never knew that. God, wow, that's awesome. Okay, hold on. There should be another. Okay, there's another spark guy here. Okay, we'll suck that up. Yeah, here, Kirby just looks like he's on ecstasy, and he's just like, home, home.
One thing I will say about Kirby 64, which I get why they did it, so you can't break the game, but this is what I think one of the only games where you can't just fly forever.
Yeah,
you have like a time limit, kind of like Tails.
Yeah, I can't. There's at least one other one where you can only fly for a certain amount of time. I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. Something tells me it's
Dreamland 3.
Maybe Dreamland 3 because the areas in that game work pretty big. Something also I also want to say Squeak Squad, but don't quote me on that because I haven't played through Squeak Squad all the way in years. So,
there's one where, and this is where because I haven't gone through all of them. Is it Mass Attack where you're broken down into 10 spawns? Where I don't believe you can fly at all in that game.
No, you can't. You like kind of that one's a little bit weird because it kind of controls like Pikmin in the way you attack enemies. Where you're just
no wonder that game sucks.
Fuck you, Gareth. You flick Kirby's onto the enemy, and then like they kind of beat them up until the enemy dies. Is kind of how it works. Geometry Man. This boss gives a lot of new players. Gives a lot of new players trouble for some reason, because the first phase of this boss, unlike a lot of the other bosses, is just kind of avoiding him. So for people with terrible depth perception or pattern recognition, this boss is actually pretty tricky. I will say that Kirby 64 probably has the hardest bosses in the entire series, I would say, because a lot of them are really long, and most of them, you're not like given powers beforehand or anything like that. I think the hardest challenge ever in a Kirby game is beating Kirby 64's boss endurance mode without getting hit. After you beat the game, I don't know if it's 100%, I think it's 100%, you unlock boss endurance mode, which is basically like a pretty generic boss rush. Almost every Kirby game has one. But there's a little like celebration screen with all the characters if you beat it, which is already hard enough, especially because the second to final boss, Miracle Matter, is a giant douchebag. But if you beat it without taking a single point of damage, you get a really strange screen of Kirby going, perfect! And he's like kind of morphed into a version with like all the different parts of the bosses on him. It's bizarre and hard to explain. But it's just, yeah, that's a thing that exists and I don't know how to really comprehend it. Really.
Kirby's just like, every moment I live is agony, please kill me.
He actually looks very happy during it. It's very strange. For this boss in particular, this is actually one of the few bosses in the game where you don't want to have a power, because these weird geometry dudes take more damage if you spit back the projectiles that have the same color as them. So you shoot blues at the blue guy, so on and so forth, and then we win. So yeah, that's Rockstar done. Popstar, Rockstar. I get it. Eeh.
Yeah.
I love these cutscenes too. Almost every Kirby game. That's actually something about the new games that I kind of miss. Is that almost every Kirby game has a cutscene at the beginning or the end of the level, kind of with Kirby just fucking around. And these ones are a little bit more, I don't want to say story driven because it really is still just these characters fucking around, but they're like going from level to level and stuff. Whereas in like Kirby's Adventure, it's just like Kirby randomly fishing or something.
I love it. Like it's the facial animation. It's all done with sprites, but it's one of the most expressive, I think, in the 64 games.
Oh yeah.
Just like the way the characters are emote, it looks great.
Yeah, especially Kirby's face too, because again, I don't know how they technically do it, but just the drawing that they have for Kirby's face is just very well done. And I love the little gag where they get him to have a like he's looking at all the different people and they're all turned to food, which is a little bit morbid considering that he can very easily eat all of those characters. In fact, I think he had 4 Waddle Dees for lunch just the other day. But, you know, whatever. Yeah. I guess one thing that we could do to get donations is that if people donate asking for a certain power, as soon as I get the opportunity to, I will try to get that power.
There we go. Speaking of, it looks like in the comments, our very generous friend Bruce M says, on second thought, please go ahead and put the remaining $75 towards the same incentive. So let me just go and make sure he wanted semi-hero. So let me just
so we can find the computer room instead of find the Chaos Emerald.
Hero.
Goddamn hero. Black Doom. Did they ever bring him back in the Archie comics? Like the Shadow the Hedgehog bullshit?
No, I think there was a recent arc called the Shadow Saga, which kind of acted as a sequel to the game, and I think I'd heard that Ian Flynn wanted to bring back Black Doom. I think Sega were like, no.
Oh, so they so Archie has to take has to run story arcs by Sega before they.
Oh yeah, because it's a licensed book, so everything they want to do has to be approved by Sega first. Which you know makes.
Okay, so this is a area that I do not actually remember very well. I believe we do need to get. Oh yeah, I remember now. I need to have. You see, this is why I'm actually glad I did a test playthrough earlier. We need to have Ice Bomb by the end of this level, where we turn into this adorable little snowman. This is another one of the powers that isn't very good, because you need to run into enemies while the snowman is active in order to kill them, like that. And then... Oh yeah, that's one thing. Have you played the newest Kirby game a lot, Gareth?
No, you know, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to play either Triple Deluxe or Planet Robobot, but they're both on my list of things I want to do.
Yeah, both are fantastic games. I would just recommend playing Triple Deluxe before Robobot, because they're both very similar. I'd say it's kind of like if I'm trying to think of a good example where they're basically mechanically in almost every function they're essentially the same game. It's just in Triple Deluxe you have the Hypernova ability, and in Planet Robobot you have the armor, the mech armor. I'm trying to think of a good example for that though. Like a good. Oh god, I'm kind of coming up with nothing here. I guess Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure, I guess, is the first one that comes to mind. Where like gameplay wise, they're they're almost identical. So I would just go with Triple Deluxe first because it came out first. But both are fantastic games. You should give both a shot. But in that game, I think what I was trying to get at is like Ice normally kind of sucks in Kirby. So I loved Planet Robobot made Ice like one of the better power-ups in the game. So I appreciate that. Yeah, so this is, I think, this one. One thing I do like about Kirby 64 is, for the most part, they make getting all of the powers pretty convenient. Except for, like, 1 or 2 examples. You can almost always find the powers you need in the level to get 100%. There's, like, only a couple of examples I can think of off the top of my head that don't do that. So, yeah, I think, actually... Does Aquastar have any? I don't think Aquastar has anything. Oh, oops. Sorry, I was just trying to wipe the crap off my screen. Aw, he's crying. Aw, poor Kirby.
Good. Fuck him. You know, I think we have a few more donations. We have $2 from Peter Pan saying donate to hashtag shave Ted. Do you like the Gen 4 rebalance of physical moves versus special moves? I don't know what the fuck that means.
So in Pokemon, there's a special attack and a physical attack. In Pokemon Gens 1 through 3, it was tied to a specific type. So in Gens 1 through 3, fire type attacks would always use the special stat, and like fighting type moves would always use the physical stat. In Gen 4, they changed it from that to every move is either classified as a special move or a physical move. So now there are like special ground type moves and physical water type moves and things like that. I have conflicting opinions about that because in the past I've said that I don't really like it, and it's for me, I feel like it didn't change as much in the terms of a normal playthrough as it should have. I guess is the best way for me to put it, because when you're still, I'd say like 80% of the Pokemon are not in terms of like competitive, because I know people are going to get on my case about that, but you're still using, most psychic types are still special oriented, so that doesn't really change an awful lot. And god damn it, I forgot that I needed to get Fire Rock for this, so we're gonna just restart the level all over
Way
again.
to go, jerk!
Yeah, but like most fighting, I don't think that there's a special focused fighting type. I don't think I can't think of one off the top of my head. I can't think of a physical focused. I don't know. No, I can't think of a physical focused psychic type, which is Glade, but really that's the only one I could think of. I don't think that in terms of a normal casual playthrough, it does a whole bunch to change things. And I mean, granted, I know that it's not really what the casual playthroughs are not really what it's meant for. It's meant for like competitive battling, and I suppose it's just that Pokemon is a massively unbalanced game, and anybody who tries to argue against that is just straight out wrong. It is.
Yeah, MBM, fuck you.
Well, no, whatever. But basically, yeah, it's not a balanced game, and that doesn't mean it's not a fun game. It's just Pokemon hasn't been a balanced game pretty much since the inception of Pokemon. Pretty much, it just has never been balanced. Personally, I would argue that Gen 2 is the closest to being balanced that the series would get competitively, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that its competitive landscape is the most interesting. So basically, I don't think it changes as much as it should. Pretty much. Like, I don't think they didn't take the opportunity to make wacky, weird Pokemon, like a rock type that's 100% special focused or anything like that. Most new rock type Pokemon function gameplay wise very similarly to how rock type Pokemon function in the old games. And I know that there's going to be a million examples that people are going to bring out for me, but I'm talking on a general scale. So, I don't hate it. It's just kind of a okay, whatever kind of choice to me now. So, yeah. That's basically just what I think. My biggest issues with Gen 4 are the Pokemon selection, I don't like the story, and I find the world map very boring. But
I think we can all agree that all Pokemon's just trash anyway.
As a Pokemon fan, yes, I agree. Do you download Pokemon Go, Gareth?
No, because my battery on my phone isn't too good. It'll drain the battery too much.
Oh, man, but what if you want to catch a Bulbasaur?
Fuck, what the fuck was the catch of Bulbasaur, Ted? What the fuck?
The people who picked Bulbasaur at the beginning of the game.
Ted, I can't believe this level's been going on for so long and we haven't talked about this music track. Down the Mountain Stream.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best fucking pieces of video game music ever.
Oh, well, I love how you say that, and immediately, as you say that, I got the invincibility candy, so we're not listening to it anymore.
You bastard.
But, did you know it was a remix from Dreamland 3?
Oh, no, I didn't. It's good, though.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I like this version a little bit better just because I like the instrument quality a little bit more than the SNES version, obviously. But oh god damn it, I need to get one of these. cutters because I need to get Rock Cutter for another shard later in the level. But yeah, this is a fantastic track. It's like the World 1 track from Kirby's Dream Land 3, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, Kirby as a franchise, it's not too subtle about reusing tracks in previous games.
Oh no, it's like I'd say
I love it. I love that stuff.
Like a good 30% of the tracks are remixes. And one thing I love about, like, it kind of has a thing where a lot of the World 1 tracks kind of borrow a bit from Green Green's too, because like the start of this track is which is very similar to Green Green's opening little riff too. The only other example I can think of a series doing that so consistently is Final Fantasy, where for like the first 6 games, almost every battle theme started with that bass line, like the do 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 do. So yeah, and it's not something I ever really noticed until I started listening to game music. I have to really thank Smash Brothers Brawl, and particularly the Kirby remixes from Smash Brothers Brawl, to really highlight my affection for video game music, because I think it was like DDD's remix from Smash Brothers Brawl is one of the best.
Oh my god, that thing is sex to my ears.
It is fantastic.
The remix is so fucking amazing.
It is perfection, I think, pretty much.
I mean, it's you know, you could tell Sakurai clearly favors
of course
Pink Puffball, because just in terms of the fact that there's you know, in the first original Smash Brothers, I don't care what you say, Kirby's the most powerful character in that game.
Oh yeah,
by a fucking mile.
Oh yeah,
like,
pretty much.
He is so powerful in that game.
Which is kind of weird, because that's like the only game where he's considered to be good. Which is...
I would say Kirby. I'd say in Melee he's still considered. I mean, I don't follow the tier list myself. I really just go by what me and my friends play and what I've seen online. But I think Kirby tends to be pretty mid tier, doesn't he?
I don't fucking know. But one thing about wait, I'm thinking of a different level where you need Cutter. Okay then. But Sakurai, it's just basically anything he works on gets preference, because you know, he worked on the most recent Kid Icarus game, right?
Yeah.
And just the fact that like there's like a bajillion different Kid Icarus, like almost all the new items are from Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus gets like 12 remixes where like
and fucking Dark Pit. Why is Dark Pit a character for?
Yeah, like I get adding Palutena because because she's basically the second most prominent character in the game, and I think people would have been happy if Dark Pit was an alternate color for Pit, like how they did Olimar and Alf from Pikmin. But
or the Koopa kids, House Jr.
Yeah, basically, but he didn't really need his own character slot. Yeah, and also like there's like kind of like the snake conversations in Brawl. There's a Kid Icarus conversation for nearly every character in the game as well.
Well, you know what? Where do you get those? Because I haven't.
You go to the Palutena's Temple stage. You have to be playing as Pit. You have to do a specific taunt while the character's on screen, and then they start talking. So they're pretty well hidden. And if I don't think people would have found them if they didn't mention. Oh damn it. I don't think people would have found them as easily if they didn't mention them in like the direct thing that they did, where it's just like, hey, these things exist. But
because I very rarely play as Pit.
Yeah, I don't either, because I don't find them that fun to play. Here's the thing, Palutena was one of the characters I was most excited for because I love Kid Icarus Uprising, but in Smash she kind of sucks. So
you just want to stare at her boobs, Ted. Don't lie.
Oh, there's like 12 characters in Smash you can just stare at their boobs for.
Yeah, Wario.
Oh man, yeah. He's probably got the biggest rack in the game.
Of the core Mario cast, yeah. Mario is he's pretty stacked. Looks like we have a few new donations. Looks like Mr. Mikono's fan donated twice.
Why?
And he said because she's stupid. And his comment is pure dark evil path. Family Guy funny moments. I don't know what that's meant to be, but I'm gonna put $2 for pure dark evil, because Mr. Mikono's fan is an evil son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Right. And then looks like we have another. Let me just add this, and then I can get to the other comment. Looks like $5 from Pope Fiction. Says, hey guys, had an awesome time hanging out with you guys at Too Many Games. Good luck with funding the charity room. Having a great time watching you guys. Thank you so much, Pope Sick Thorn, and thank you, Mr. McConnell's fan, for your Family Guy funny moments, and everyone else who has done it. We are currently sitting at 1,931 again. If we can get to 2,000, Ted will sing Sailor Moon, and then I will shave his head next year.
If he can catch me, that is.
I'll wait until you're sleeping, Ted.
Oh, well, hopefully you're not in our adjoined room and you don't keep on banging on the door while we're playing Fortune Street, because that's very rude.
I went over this with Catherine. We only knocked on the door once. Whoever, like, I know that Sabrina was doing, no, Sabrina, Becca was doing a shitload of subtweeting, fam, about that. That wasn't us. We were watching Red Letter Media videos. We wasn't wasting our time banging on your door. We think it was the guy who there was some issue with.
Oh, okay, that guy. Okay.
We think it was him because you know, when there was one time I banged on the door and said keep it down as a joke, but apart from that, we didn't do no door smagging.
Okay, yeah. Well, sorry about the subtweeting, but that entire playthrough, I was just editing it earlier this weekend, and that entire playthrough was just one gigantic subtweet. To the point where, in order for certain things to make sense, where we're just randomly laughing, I had to dig through 3-week-old tweets in order to find the specific subtweets so I could show them on the screen. Because otherwise, people are just laughing and nobody would have any idea what the hell we were talking. Guys, you should be hyped for Fortune Street because that playthrough is nuts. I swear to you, the game where you play Monopoly with the stock market is really funny. You should watch.
All I remember is fucking everyone, like Becca and I think Sabrina and Twix Mix were just tweeting. Was it?
Oh yeah, that will make sense.
Like, part of me thought they were either bored or having a really shit orgy. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
It was a fantastic orgy. Check your privilege, Gareth. Okay.
Hey, nothing will beat Don Wilson.
Iowa's largest wildlife reserve.
We're gonna build a magnetron. Oh, my man. I wish if Jack was here, we were fucking dying watching that video.
You see, you had your name as Magnetron on Twitter for a long time, and I kept on reading it as Magneton, and I'm like, why do you like that random ass Pokemon so goddamn much? So
yeah, that's because a lot of people thought it said Megatron.
Megatron? Oh.
Holy shit, Jack is in the chat. MSMP, my man. Don Wilson.
Don Wilson.
Iowa's largest wild. Anyone, not while we're doing it now, but once the stream is done, go to YouTube and type in Rich Evan prank call Don Wilson, and it is beyond amazing.
What is even like? Is that a radio show or something?
No, it's Red Letter Media is my favorite YouTube channel.
Oh, that's Red Letter Media.
Yeah, Red Letter Media. It was during one of their best of the worst videos. There was like a video they watched about like dog sitting, had a phone number on the back of the VHS box, so they called it up and they left that message, pretending which is something they will occasionally do if there's a phone number attached to a video. It was great.
Okay, so it's on. If it was from the back of a random VHS box, it's probably disconnected or something.
It wasn't. It was live. That was the best part. This 20-year-old voicemail was still active. Twix, yeah, we were up to 3 AM subtweeting and danking. If you don't like it, get your own fucking hotel room, go.
Well, I remember after that, I wake up and then there's just. I don't even know how to describe my Twitter feed after that.
Happened was at like 1 in the morning, Elliot came into our room, and then. Shit just got weird after that.
I am not surprised that Elliot made shit get weird.
That kid's fantastic. I fucking love Eddie. Eddie's cool.
Love you, Elliot.
Love you, Elliot.
Mwah.
Mwah, mwah. It just got to the point where TJ was finding all these fucking weird Sonic walking gifs.
Oh, Sonic! You haven't heard of Sonic Running Stupidly?
No, like we know those, but like we were doing some of them, but like TJ was just finding like these ones I'd never seen before because I'd seen a bunch of them, but like.
Like, because I've seen the one where he's, like, walking with his ass cheeks.
Oh, God, yes. So good.
Okay, so this area is a little bit annoying because, obviously, water level. But, there's a shard up at the top of the room to the left/middle that I'm gonna try to get, but a lot of the times the game is pushing you to the right because there's currents going on wherever you can see bubbles, so... There we go. Okay, we got it. Now, I think the last crystal shard, we're gonna have... There's gonna be... Yeah, okay, so I think we've got pretty much everything in this level, which is good. After... No, wait, never mind. I think that was the first, and I think there's 2 more coming up soon. So, sorry, I get a little bit confused about certain things. Like, I'm like, is this the level where you have to do this power or something? So, I think there's one more where I have to stick to either the top or the sides of the wall, and then I'll have it. But yeah, too many games was nuts though.
Too many games was a lot of fun.
The only disappointing thing for me is that we never got to record with you guys.
Yeah, it's weird though, because you guys started doing that game, and because I know that Ryan had said he wanted to do another anime game.
Yeah, we had Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah, I know, like, we were going to come in, but you guys were recording, and we're like, we don't want to just barge in and be like, hey guys, want to record something? But yeah, I think I know we tried to do something on the Friday, but then me and Becca just started playing Sonic Boom instead.
Yeah, I think, was it Friday or Saturday when that happened?
That was Friday, because that was the day we started playing
Sonic. Oh yeah, because we couldn't record on Sunday. Okay. Yeah, and I think it was to the point where everybody was just kind of talking, and nobody wanted to say, okay, we're gonna like record something now. So
and then we just started doing Simpsons quotes for like an hour. That was so much like that, and MomoCon was such fucking fun weekends. I can't wait. Yeah. Next year, we'll see what we can. See if I can pass the kid off on someone else and come down to MomoCon and too many games.
Oh yeah, because Gareth's gonna be a daddy, like not just in bed, like an actual daddy.
That's so fucked up, Ted.
Hey, I'm not gonna kink shame anyone other than maybe TJ because he deserves it.
I'll be your daddy in bed for him.
That's always been the one that's a little like the "who's your daddy" thing has always been one that doesn't make sense.
Never understood that. I don't fucking.
It's like okay, you're gonna have sex with your children. All right, that's a little.
That's really fucked up. No thanks.
I'm not gonna judge you except out loud, but I will in my brain as much as I want.
You may not judge you, but your brain did.
Okay, I think we're at the end of... Oh, damn it. I think we're at the end of World 3 now. So, we're about halfway through because there's Popstar, Rockstar, Aquastar, Neostar, Shiverstar, and then Ripple Star. And Ripple Star's pretty short, so we're about at the halfway point of the game.
Awesome. And again, guys, we're at 1,000. We just got a new donation. We're at 1,932. If we get the 2,000... Teddy will sing the Sailor Moon theme song. And I always like this boss. I always like the idea of Kirby just fighting a shark. This looks cool, you know?
It's an orca, actually.
Okay.
It's a whale. I thought it was a shark for my whole life, too, so don't feel bad.
I feel bad about everything.
Just to make it a little bit easier, I am going to backtrack to get the spike drill, the spike rock power, because that gives you a drill, which makes this boss fight really easy, so...
Nice. The comment we had was from our good friend Jack Street. It says, here's another donation. Any thoughts on modern Nostalgia Critic? I find him very hit and miss. Ted?
I haven't watched the Nostalgia Critic since he took that break and then came back. Like, he said he was going to quit, and then he came back.
Yeah, because he did Scooby-Doo, and then he quit to do that, I guess that sitcom-style show?
Yeah, I liked the Scooby-Doo review, actually. Like, he had kind of been off and on for me for a while at that point. But when he came back, there were a lot of skits that I just didn't find super funny.
None of his skits, I don't find any of his skits that funny.
So I haven't watched Nostalgia Critic in probably 2 or 3 years, I think.
I have, lately, when I get home from work, so a lot of times me and Kerry will watch, YouTube videos like John Tron or Red Lit Media and stuff. We've been watching a handful of recent Nostalgia Critics. I think with him, I feel the same way about AVG, and to a certain extent, I think the Nostalgia Critic is at his best when he's not trying to be goofy or have stupid skits where he's just analyzing and making, like specific jokes about what he's watching.
Yeah,
when he's not being over the top and hammy. That's when I think Nostalgia Critic works best.
Yeah, because I think there was a long period in 2009 or so where pretty much every AVGN video was just him beating up somebody. beating up Mike Matei in a
crazy,
costume.
He got crazy with special effects and guests.
Yes.
That was kind of like I think even he's commented that was like looking back, that wasn't the best era.
Yeah, so I agree with you for the most part. I haven't really had an awful lot of interest in Nostalgia Critic for the most part. Although, just generally speaking, I've kind of switched more to like Let's Plays and things like that than like review shows for the most part.
Well, see, that's why I love Red Lit Media, because even though Half in the Bag does have silly skits, they're self-aware stupid. You know, like they have a pointless storyline that they know is pointless, and they make fun of it. The thing about Nostalgia Critic is, like again, just his skits are that funny, and just sometimes there's a I don't know, just also like at this point in time, a lot of the stuff he reviews isn't even nostalgic.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of time, which I get that after X many years, he's like, you know, I've done everything I can do. You know, like what else am I gonna do?
Yeah, so
I really enjoyed his Gem review though. His review on the live action Gem movie was really good. I do recommend that.
Gem is my name.
Me and my friends are Gem girls.
I can't believe you went to see that movie on launch day.
Yeah, we were you know, I love this cutscene where Kirby's throwing the rock and the fucking ocean just swallows him up.
And they're like, dude, we're leaving. And it's just like, they're going to leave him behind where Kirby's the only one doing any of this shit. So It's just like, what the hell are you going to do without him? Okay. But...
Ted, it wasn't so much that we went to see it on opening night. Me and my friends, we went in, I guess you could say, cosplay. We put on, like...
Oh, no, I remember that because I yelled at you and told you to not look at your phone during the movie. Rude.
We were... The cinema was completely dead, and we were... I want to find the hashtag I used, but I was live tweeting throughout the whole of Gem the movie. It was such a bad... The only good thing was during the Avengers-style post-credit tease where the Misfits show up. That was like the only good part of that movie.
You see, I didn't watch Gem because I'm not from the 1980s. Who are the Misfits?
The Misfits were like the evil band.
Oh, okay. Well, then who's the big bad guy from Gem then?
Pretty much, I guess either the Misfits or so in the movie, the evil record executive. In the original cartoon, that was a man, Eric Raymond. They changed it to Erica Raymond. And he would like work with the Misfits and like just try and fuck over Jim. I would say in the comments, Nathan is saying Nostalgia Critic does skits because of copyright. I'm just like, in terms of that though, like the thing about Nostalgia Critic is that like some of his videos, they're either like wacky with skits or they're just him talking about stuff. Like there was one recently he did where he talked about Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Like no skits, no jokes. He was just analyzing this movie, and I think he works best when he's not trying to be funny.
Yeah, I do think, like, I don't have anything against Doug Walker as a person.
Same.
Like,
I just don't think that, and sometimes when he tries to, it's like Mike Matei. Nothing against him as a person, I just don't find him entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's, like, and I know that there are some videos, like, he does skits instead of movie clips because of copyright reasons, I think is it. But there are also some videos he does where he just has skits to make fun of it, and there's also copyright, and like they also have clips from the movie whenever he's trying to make a point or whatever. So
yeah.
So like if he's gotta like, because I think for Batman vs Superman he had to do that also because I think the movie wasn't out in DVD by that point. So yeah, like yeah. So like if you need to use clips in order to showcase parts of the like skits, I should say, sorry, in order to showcase parts of the movie because of a copyright thing, like I guess whatever. But if you're gonna do that kind of thing, you're also you're going to be compared to like stuff like SNL, I guess, is the first comparison that comes to mind, and you're held to a higher standard, I suppose, is I guess.
Well, yes, and also Nathan, when I say skits, I mean when he, like as Ted said, when he just stops a review to do like a completely unrelated comedy bit. That's the stuff I'm like, those aren't funny. You know, like the having to do reenact it like he did for Jurassic World. Although the problem I have sometimes with the critic, like in his Jurassic World review, the first 5 minutes is just like him making fun of studios not letting them use fair use. It's like I get it, you know, like fair use is a thing, and you know it should be protected under the law. But and I get that it's his job, but sometimes I think Doug Walker, he spends too much of his videos complaining about it. You know, it's almost like watching later years George Carlin stand up. It's like, George Carlin, you're a funny man, but I came to this to watch a comedy skit, not a political, like the discussion. Like, just make some jokes, man.
I mean, you can make plenty of political jokes. They're actually insultingly easy to make. So
I know, right?
Yeah, I can't say much about the Nostalgia Critic again because I haven't watched a video of his all the way through. Actually, I can remember the last video I watched of his. It was Food Fight, I believe is what it's called, and I remember that I watched that because me and Ryan watched that together while we were waiting for John and Lewis to get off the train for PAX East 2014. So yeah, it's been 2 years since I've watched the Nostalgia Critic, and I hadn't watched him in about 6 months before that, before me and Ryan watched that thing. So yeah.
He used to be my favorite YouTuber. Like when he first started, he was hands down like when he was doing stuff like Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue and Batman and Robin. He was hands down my favorite YouTuber. Now I don't mind him. I just don't go out my way to seek his stuff.
I think one of the big things about him for me was that he was really good during the kind of time frame where James Rolfe wasn't really the best. I think was also the thing for him. So it's just like, oh, I don't have this kind of video to watch anymore. Well, looks like I've got it now, I suppose. Oh, wait, hold on a moment. I just remembered that this is the level where I need to bring Dynamite with me. So I need to get Bomb real quick. Okay.
Dynamite!
Oh, that power sucks. Hold on, I'll show it off now. So you throw this stick of Dynamite. If it explodes, it hurts you, so you have to press down to put on this little Metul hard hat. And then, if you're in the range of the explosion, you don't get hurt. So it's really kind of obnoxious, actually. This is, like, again, one of the 3 or 4 times where the game expects you to bring in a power that they don't give you access to during the level itself. And I just missed the shard, because there's one in this opening freefall section, so I'll have to find that real quick.
Family Guy, funny moments, fam.
Is that supposed to be ironic? Because I also haven't found Family Guy funny in a very long time.
Same here. Same here.
I'm not sure if I ever really liked it at all, really. Like, I did watch a fair amount. Like, I think I watched half a season around the time where it came back. And I was just kind of like, every time you try to make a joke, you're just cutting to the joke you're about to make, instead of actually making a joke. This reminds me of that one time I was part of Star Trek or something.
I will say, though, I will violently defend the first 3 seasons. Those are some of the funniest shit ever.
Okay. Actually, one thing that I don't like, that I think that people seem to like a lot, is the Star Wars parodies. I actually don't like those at all.
They're okay. I think like the first one's not bad, but then after that they were kind of forced into them, and they actually make a joke about it in the title crawl for the third one, where apparently 20th century, Ted MacFarlane directed the movie Ted for Universal.
Yeah.
And apparently Fox were pushing for him to do a third Star Wars parody. And he was like, nah, I'm good. I don't really want to. I'm good. But apparently Fox were like, unless you do a third Star Wars parody, we won't let you go and direct Ted.
Damn it. They held me hostage? What assholes?
I know, right?
Okay. This is the level where I need Dynamite, right? I hope it is.
Dynamite!
After party. Sorry. Okay. Have we had any more donations in the...
Looks like we have a new donation from Dan Gillick. Says, hey guys, fantastic streams thus far. Being a college student, I can't give much, but I hope this helps. Again, dude, every donation is greatly appreciated, no matter how big or small.
Yeah, and if you can't donate due to financial reasons, you can always share the stream or whatever, and that's also very helpful.
Exactly. He says, oh, this is nice. Says, Gareth, you're my favorite internet personality by far, and I thank you for inventing the phrase share buddy. I must admit, I've said this before, I did not, thank you so much for your kind words. I did not invent share buddy, I stole it from my friend Matthew.
Oh,
Well, no, Ted, I've said that I have never claimed to have invented Share Buddy.
Yeah, but you're making money off of it with your goddamn t-shirts.
Those what t-shirts?
The ones, the FTCR ones that say Hoppage Chicken Chia Buddy.
Smoothies made those, man. They were custom made.
Oh. Well, then they were made illegally and should be thrown in jail. Oh, this goddamn room. No! Get back here. No! Oh, phew. Okay, I have died in this room right before... I have died in this room too many times to count because these goddamn electric guys are fucking snipers with their stupid electric things. And I get killed by their electric blasts more times than I would care to admit.
The electric boogaloo. But yeah, I stole it from my buddy. I'm not sure if we've told you this story, but at MomoCon last year, I think after your panel, we'd went, me, MBM, Smoothies, and TJ had left to go and get some food. And we were in a restaurant, and we had, for anyone who doesn't know, these are these shirts Smoothies made. On the front it says FTCR, and on the back it says Chicken Hoppage Share Buddy. And we're sitting down, and there's this couple behind us, and they were going, "Excuse me, can I?" We're looking at the back of your shirt, but like, what does this one word mean? And we all assumed they'd be like, "Oh, how do you say hoppage?" Because it's an oddly spelt name, word. So we're like, "Oh." And she goes, "Is it cha? Is it chair? How do you pronounce that?" We're like, "Oh, it's share, buddy." And then she was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then we were walking home back to the hotel, and there were these group of drunk girls who were like, "Hey guys, how do you say that on the back of your shirt?" And again we were like, it's hoppage. And they're like, "No, is it chair? Is it chair? How do you say that word?" How can no one say chair, buddy? It's so easy.
I don't know. I guess they're confused about the ch. Like maybe they think it's ch buddy or ch buddy or T'Challa buddy or something. I don't know.
T'Challa buddy.
Phew. Okay. Ah, man. Yeah, we need to get some brain scratch merchandise out there, though. Where that's like a whole world of money just waiting to happen. Like,
well, FTCO, we do currently have a Zavvy store, which is set up by Dreamscape, and if you buy a T-shirt or something, 100% of the proceeds go to charity.
Oh wow, really? Yep, so you can wear a find the computer room shirt and only feel slightly guilty about it.
Exactly, because I believe when we first met Twix Mix at Too Many Games, she was wearing a Who is the Captain shirt from FTCO, which is
what
amazing.
playthrough is that reference from?
That is technically a reference to the HFC 06 run.
Oh, okay.
But
right, that 06 mission. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. At that point, I should have known Twix Mix was insane because she had bought our merchandise.
Well, I think the large amount of memes coming from her Twitter feed should have been clue enough.
Well, see, yeah. Although Too Many Games was the first time I met her, so that was before I knew how dank the meme hole goes with her.
I had met her briefly before at MomoCon last year. I think she was at. We had a meet. I think she was at the panel, and we also had a meetup after the panel, near where the Runaway guys were doing their thing. And so we talked to a lot of fans there, and I believe she was there. So.
Oh yeah, probably she was. Yeah, she was there.
She was probably there. One thing that I think that amazes me is the amount of people who travel to certain cons just to see us. Like, there are a couple of people that I saw at both TMG and MomoCon, and I'm like, you had to fly to at least one of these things in order to come see us, so thank you, is basically my thoughts to that. I love this goddamn drill power-up. It is very good.
I remember we drove like 10 hours to get the MomoCon last year.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, yeah, because you live in Ohio.
Yeah, that was a long... And next year, after we're like, never again we'll fly, or then we're like, it costs too much to fly, we'll just drive again.
Well, yeah, because you can all split gas, and then it's not really that bad.
MomoCon was fun. I'd be up for going there again next year. I kind of prefer Too Many Games more because I'm more of a gamer than a weeaboo trash man. But yeah.
I think especially when it comes to browsing the show floor, I preferred Too Many Games to MomoCon because like I just kind of got a kick out of looking at all the different games. You know, whereas in Momocon, like, I kind of recognize some of the anime characters, but not really most of them. Because, like, it's just like, oh, that person looks familiar, sort of, because I've seen them on all the other weeb anime stuff that's around. It's just like, yeah, they're from Sword Art, Peace, or Toe.
Sword Art, Peace, the Toe.
Oh, apparently, TJ's been watching Sword Art Online, and I've been told that makes him a super weeb. So make sure you
apparently, yeah. Well, apparently he knows because everyone was saying that he would hate it, but TJ is a man who enjoys the Clone Saga. So yeah.
Oh wait, he likes the Clone Saga?
Yeah. Well, he's never read it, but because it's Spider-Man, he loves it.
You see, I like Spider-Man, but I'm not going to defend stupid shit like the Clone Saga or
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I actually did not see Amazing Spider-Man 2 because I only thought the first one was okay, and I did not hear very good reviews about 2, so I was like, fuck it, I'm not seeing that shit.
Everything with Spider-Man's amazing, but anytime Spider-Man's not on screen, I just want to kill myself.
Is that your impression of TJ?
No, that's me. It's just everything with Electro is just pure trash.
Oh, you're talking about Amazing Spider-Man 2. I thought you were just talking in general, like.
Oh no,
because that's like TJ, and I thought you were just being like, Spider-Man's best, but if Spider-Man's not there, then I hate it.
If Spider-Man's not on screen, everyone should be saying, "Where's Spider-Man?"
Yeah. What? So Civil War?
Yeah, it's, you know, he was the high point of Civil War.
Ant-Man was. Yeah, no, he was the high point, I will say.
You have the right to remain silent. He's been thrown away by the Falcon. That's so funny.
Oh man, did that movie just came out on DVD? Didn't it?
I don't think so because I don't think it's out on DVD yet. I think it's coming out soon.
Ah, okay.
I don't think they've announced because Batman v Superman isn't even out yet.
No, I thought it just came out with that like 3-hour long version.
It just came out on digital. The actual physical release hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay. It's got the 3-hour version though.
Yes, the R-rated 3-hour version. Because that's what the world needs, an R-rated Superman movie.
Oh my god. Well, yeah. Why? So I can't wait for that version to get ripped apart too. Awesome. Oh look, Gareth, the ground spells Kirby.
Yay! Kirby.
The environmental probability of rocks forming that specific formation is incredibly low. So you should all be grateful.
And Kirby didn't even realize it. What a self-involved prick.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Okay, so this next level is another one where we have to bring a power in. We have to bring in ice. I think it can be just anything with ice, but just to make it easier on myself, I like to go to the Quiet Forest level because it's the first level. I think it's the easiest level to get ice in, personally. So I usually try to go for double ice because if you have double ice, it makes the level itself pretty manageable. So, also there's an easy to find max tomato here. Because, you know, that's one thing about Kirby. The games are designed to be pretty easy, but it doesn't do a lot of things that other games do, like refilling your health at the beginning of every stage and things like that. Almost every Kirby game does that. Like, if you have, if you can do the mini games at the end of the stage, but if you mess up on those and you only have one hit at the end of the stage, then you start the next stage with one hit and you should have done better. So it's weird that in some ways they're a lot less forgiving than other games, despite having a reputation for being very easy. So,
Ted, we have a comment in Twitch chat which I think you'd enjoy from Mr. Joker PT. He said, you know what? I was gonna say something. I was gonna read this comment out, but I have you even seen Batman v Superman?
Oh no.
Oh, then never mind then. Never mind.
Well, I know all of the plot stuff because
you haven't seen it. You haven't experienced it, Ted.
Why would I want to?
Because it's hands down the funniest movie made this year. His comment was though, Batman v Superman is way better than Civil War, bar none. And it's no.
Is that it?
That's his comment. It's just, no, just oh, Mr. Joker, you go sit in the corner. Just no. Bro.
So, as somebody who has seen both movies, on a scale from 1 to 10, how wrong is he?
1,000. Well, again, Batman v Superman is a far funnier movie. If you're looking for laughs, then go see Batman v Superman.
Yeah, and just because you say that one's better than the other doesn't mean that Civil War is a perfect movie. But
No. Again, if you wanna, I'm sure some people may have watched the podcast we did with Johnny. We talked about Civil War. Civil War is not a perfect movie. There's quite a few flaws in it, but it's it's a movie where you're willing to overlook the flaws because the rest of the movie is so good. Batman v Superman is a movie. It's mostly just flawed.
Yeah.
There's so many wrong things in that, like just so many. Like Ted, well, I know you're more of a Marvel guy,
yeah,
versus DC, but if you had to think of like two main things that Batman doesn't do, what would they be?
Wear stupid spandex and not kill people.
Yeah, one of them is correct. I think that the two biggest things that Batman is most known for is not killing people.
Oh, and not using guns.
Yes, being very anti-gun. Batman does those two things several times over the course of Batman v Superman.
Yeah, and it's just more the tone I take issue with in Batman versus Superman in general, because I was like, this movie just looks depressing. And I mean, the fact that it ends up being a comedy, I mean, in sense, I suppose is, you know, ironic, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to trash DC all the time because, like, for one thing, Marvel being the only game in town for superhero movies is not actually a good thing for Marvel fans. Because if there's no competition, Marvel has no reason to try.
They'll get lazy.
Yeah, because that's part of what made the first wave of Marvel movies so good, is that they had to try to make everybody care about all of their characters in order for the Avengers, when it finally came out, to have any impact.
Because no one really gave a fuck about Thor before those movies came out.
Yeah, really. Or even like Captain America and Iron Man. Like,
I mean, like they were like Marvel's B/C team.
Yeah, pretty much. And now Iron Man and Captain America are up there with Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Oh, I say definitely. Thanks to Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man is probably in their top 3 characters now.
Yeah, basically. So, like, if they can just coast, that's not actually good for Marvel fans. They need competition in order to keep their game up. So, I might not prefer DC superheroes, but I want their movies to do well, if only because it will force Marvel to be better. And also, like, good movies are just good movies, you know? So, like, if I find out that, oh, I have a love for a character, like, say, that I didn't think that I would, like, say, Wonder Woman. I don't really know anything about Wonder Woman, so if the Wonder Woman movie ends up being really good, I would be happy to learn more about Wonder Woman, for instance. Like, because I do like a few DC heroes. Like, I haven't watched the TV show, but I like The Flash. I've actually read some of the New 52 Flash, like a few volumes, and it's pretty good. I like it a lot. So, you know, it's kind of like, you can like more than one thing, guys. It's okay. You can watch FTCR and Brain Scratch, and nobody will judge you, except for the fact that you're watching FTCR and Brain Scratch. What a nerd.
Brown. Very true. Very true. Marvel's all trash.
Yeah, Marvel's pretty trash. Let's be real here.
Again, I like them both. I think in the comic book world, I think Marvel goes a bit too crazy with their stunts.
Like the Civil War 2, I think, is completely unnecessary, personally. Like, they've been changing characters a lot recently to try to make things relevant. Like, they're changing Iron Man again. They changed Thor. They changed Captain America like 3 times. But I mean, I guess it's the only way. I would not be surprised if within 30 years, comic books superhero comic books in particular, I should say, kind of die out. No! Damn it! I gotta play through this entire level all over again. Shit.
My thing about... I wouldn't have a problem with them changing characters, like, you know, here's a female Thor, or, you know, here's a different Captain America. The only problem is that we know for a fact 6 months down the line, or like a year down the line, they're going to be reversed.
Yeah.
That's just the thing. It's like, we know, because of how the comic medium is, nothing... I mean, obviously you don't want everything to be set in stone. When they do these big things, like, we know it's not going to last that long.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point, kind of thing, you know?
I'd like to see a change that you could imagine staying around for, like, 10 years, for instance. Like, because Black Suit Spider-Man, he had the symbiote for a long time, didn't he? Like,
I think in the original, in Ultimate Spider-Man, he had it for one issue. I know a lot of people were annoyed with Bendis for that.
I actually liked how they handled Venom because it didn't go on for forever. I think as well. Like he figured out, like, because Peter Parker's supposed to be smart, and I think he found out pretty quickly in Ultimate Spider-Man that this is making me act different. I don't know what it is, although. I think that was pretty late into Bendis' run. He stopped right after, like, issue 100, if I remember correctly. And
no, Bendis wrote everything. Bendis wrote everything.
Oh, well, then he kind of went nuts at some points, because I do not understand what the hell you must be thinking in order to make Gwen Stacy Carnage.
I don't no fucking idea, bud.
Yeah.
No idea.
I loved Ultimate Spider-Man up until the point where they started tying it into Ultimatum. It was just like, okay, yep, that's nuts. Like, because there's a lot of great issues in Ultimate Spider-Man. Like, the one with the Shocker, I think, is great. One thing that I didn't expect them to do was make the police officer John DeWolf, I think. I didn't expect them to make her evil, because she's generally a good guy. I like how they handled Gwen and Mary Jane in that, too, so... Yeah, I should reread those again because that's just generally a good run up until the point where Benders goes nuts. Not Benders. I was combining Bendis with Ken Penders. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Only the best. Only the best.
Has he gotten who's it's called Sue back?
Oh, I don't fucking know. He's putting all his stupid fan fiction characters together in a app, and he keeps promoting new merchandise, but he doesn't have a book ready yet. Good stuff.
Oh, so Bender's number 9. No, Bender's number 9.
Guys, we are currently sitting at $1,933. Again, if you click that fancy donate button, depending on where you're watching this, either on Twitch or on the Funny Charity Room website, it'll take you to the GoFundMe page where you can donate, you can leave a comment, you can ask a question, you can request something, and you can of course put your money towards incentive runs for things like Shadow the Hedgehog or the Mario vs Sonic pinball modes. And again, if we get to $2,000 before the end of Kirby 64, young Ted here will sing the Sailor Moon theme song. And speak of the devil, it looks like we just got a $10 donation from a Juliana who says, "Hey guys, really like the stream so far, and I'm planning on donating more later when I get paid. I also went to MomoCon this year and last year and had a lot of fun. Hopefully I can find all of you there next year. I also want my money towards the Semi-Hero Hero Path. I am also a fan of the FTCR YouTube channel and love the videos. Have fun, Juliana. I am so sorry. But I'll put your money towards Semi-Hero Hero Path straight away."
Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, everything means a lot to us, especially considering the fact that, you know, just choosing to watch still kind of blows my mind every now and again.
Yep.
So, yeah.
What blew my mind, I mean, I'm sure, Ted, you may have had this in some of the earlier panels you did, but when we were gearing up for the Great Sonic Adventure debate, the fact that we had to turn away like 30 people.
Whoa, 30 people? Damn. Like, I know the room was full. People had to stand for the Great Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. Well, I just remember because I was as we were setting up, I had to leave to quickly use the restroom, and there was a good. I think at that point they were still letting a few people in, and there was between 20 and 30 people still queuing up.
Oh damn. Yeah.
It's like,
if you go back to Too Many Games with another panel, you will get the big room.
I spoke with our Screenwave contact who said that she had been told that a few times. If we're thinking that we're actually having a debate about what Sonic debate to do next. But yeah, we will go back next year and hopefully we'll be given either panel room 2 or 3. I mean 2 or 1.
I know it's kind of cliche, but the big one that I can think of is 06 versus Boom, I suppose.
Yeah, I think the ones we're toying with are what's worse, 06 or Boom, or which version of Unleashed is better. And most people we've spoken with tend to think that 06 Boom would be the better debate.
It would definitely be the bigger draw debate as well, because that kind of event also has a larger draw than just, say, an FTCR panel, because it's just any Sonic fan that happens to be there would be like, oh, that sounds cool.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't, fooling ourselves. We know full well why it was so packed was because Johnny was there, and because it was a Sonic themed panel.
Yeah. Damn blue nuisance.
I know, it's ruining my life.
Are you sure about that? Isn't Sonic's how you met me, Gareth?
Exactly, it ruined my life.
Oh, Gareth, please. Okay, hold on. I believe we're getting to another auto-scroll section, so I actually want to show off Fire because you turn into like this phoenix burning.
Oh yeah, Firefly is amazing.
Yeah. It's, oh crap, I gotta get away from the giant expanding circle. I don't think it's actually faster than walking, but it feels like it. The only issue I have with it is that there's like a second or two kind of lag after you fall, after it ends, where you can't act for a little bit, and Kirby just kind of falls forward. And so you have to, I think, either wait till you hit something or hit the ground to activate it again. That's
sometimes that can kill you.
Yeah, or no, it can just straight up kill you sometimes. Like generally, I'm lucky enough to land on something or only take damage, but sometimes, yeah, you can just straight up die. Whoosh. Okay, so now that we've gone through the Phoenix Saga, we need to have Kirby's Dark Phoenix Saga, where he goes into space and blows up oh wait, that's just Kirby video games in general. Okay.
That's just is it Squeak Squad where he thinks someone stole his cake and he just goes and massacres everyone? I think
the Squeaks actually did steal his cake. So I mean,
they stole his cake, but he thinks everyone else did. So he goes and like beats the shit out of DDD for no good reason. Yeah, basically. And then and then it's just like the Squeaks show up and it's like, oh yeah, they stole your cake. And then it's just like, oh, okay. And then you, yeah, that Squeak Squad is an interesting game because it tried to be original, but it really kind of ended up just sort of being not that special, I guess. Actually, that was one of the big things about Kirby Squeak Squad is that in that game, they kind of advertised a lot that Kirby would be able to combine powers. But so I thought it was going to be like this, like Kirby 64. But in practicality, all you can really do is add elements to like swords and bombs, and that's about it. So that ended up being really disappointing to me. Not that it's bad, it plays just fine. It's just I was expecting something a little bit more special, I guess, is the big thing. I think Squeak Squad is one of the only games I haven't even touched at all.
Yeah, it's control-wise, it plays basically just like Kirby's the GBA Kirby games.
Okay.
Essentially. So again, it's not bad, and it does do some stuff where like you can interact with the environment somewhat. Like if you've got cutter, you can cut down grass, or if you've got fire, you can burn the grass and things like that. So that's kind of neat, although I'm not sure if they did that in Superstar either, though.
I don't think so.
And you can also, like, the bottom screen's like Kirby's stomach. So, like, if you find bubbles with certain powers in them, you can save them for later. So, like, if you find a bubble with fire, you can save that and be fire whenever you want. Which is kind of cool, I guess, but, again, that's something that I kind of thought I would want from, like, if I sucked up anything, I would want to be able to store that power instead of just, like, having to find bubbles, for instance. It's a game that I think could have been a lot cooler than it was, I think. So if I actually had to pick a most disappointing Kirby game, that would probably be up there, because it's fine the way it is, but it could have been a lot neater, I suppose.
Okay, gotcha. Let's say we have another donation from Sam Norton. It says, hey Ted and Gareth, it was great meeting you guys at Too Many Games a few weeks ago. Hope FT Show enjoys the greatest game of all time, Austin Powers. Welcome to my lair on Game Boy Color.
What?
More donations from me will come. Yeah, I'll say big thanks to Sam Norton. He was he gifted FT Show with our first ever donation of a donated game, Austin Powers. Welcome to my underground lair on Game Boy Color, made by Rockstar of all people. We have plans to do something with that. Either a live stream or an LP, Sam. So we will do something with. I might wait until Smoothies and Aaron come to Ohio, and then we may do something with that then. But we will. Thank you so much for your donation.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ! Like, you see, those are the kind of games that I love. People like when people are doing bad game streams. Like, you know, you've got the classics. You've got like ET and whatever. Like, and those are always funny. But like, finding random bad game, I assume it's bad. If it's a good game, like, you know, even better. But like, random ass licensed games that nobody like. I have a game that I want to stream on Brain Scratch one day. It's a SpongeBob SquarePants Metroidvania for the Game Boy Color, and it is.
What the fuck?
Yes, yeah, it's like something the Golden Spatula, I think, is what it's called, and it is. It's strange and like. Yeah, I played it a lot, so I don't think I ever beat it, though, because I was very confused by it as a kid. But it's bizarre, and I want to stream that for Brain Scratch one day, because that game is, and beat it, too. I want to see what the hell the final boss of that game is. So, yeah, that is something I need to do one day. Like, you get different weapons, like, you can blow bubbles at people, and I think, like, use the jellyfish net. It is all sorts of bizarre.
Oh, you know what? Oh, Teddy, get ready, my friend, get ready. We just got a $60 donation from Jonathan Reinhardt, and it says, get singing. Also, Ted can decide where it goes. Ted, where do you want this? Before you start singing, where do you want $60 to go?
What are the donation totals for Shadow? Like, what are the ones with the highest amount of money towards it?
So far, the highest we have Semi-Hero Hero has 111. Pure Dark Evil has 98. After that, Pure Hero Hero has 39. Pure Dark Hero has 26. Semi Dark Evil has 6, and all the rest have 1.
Okay, so put all that money towards Pure Hero Villain ending.
Pure Hero Evil. Okay.
Yeah, Pure Hero Evil, because that's the one that'll make me do Lost Colony good. But also, I beat up Sonic at the end, because he's a blue prick. So, yeah.
That he is. And so, Ted, because now our current goal is $2,004. Thank you so much to everyone. This means one of two things. Next year, Ted's getting a shaved head. But now, he's going to sing to you the Sailor Moon theme song.
Fight evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight. Never running from a real fight. God damn it, I forgot a power. No, wait. Sorry, hold on. We're going to take a small break from Kirby 64 so I can look up the goddamn lyrics, because I actually do not remember all of them. Sailor Moon lyrics. Okay, yeah, so hold on a moment. Here we go. Fight evil by moonlight, win love by daylight. Never run from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon. Oh god, how does the next part of the melody go?
She'll never turn her back on her friends. She is always there to defend. She is the one on who we can depend.
She is the one named Sailor Vita. Okay, so are you gonna be which one's your waifu, Gareth?
Mercury. This is the only time I will ever say this. Sailor Mercury is best waifu. The only time I will ever say that.
The secret. Oh wait, god damn it! My lyrics are glitching the fuck
Here's some
up.
advice.
Oh no!
One,
now there's a
switch to-
random ad playing. Okay. With secret powers also new to her, she is the one named Sailor Moon. Fight evil by moonlight,
Moonlight.
Winning in love by daylight.
Daylight.
With her sailor scouts to help fight, she is the one named Sailor Moon. She is the one named Sailor Moon. She is the one Sailor Moon.
Brown. Fucking give it up in the chat, everyone. Give it up for Ted. $2,000 well spent, I think.
Maybe. $2,000 well spent, maybe. Okay, yeah. All right.
After that, we have another $5 donation from a Metal Predator. It says, hey guys, I always look forward to these annual charity streams during the summer, playing games, having a laugh, and making memes all for a good cause. Damn straight. Can't wait to see you guys play more cool stuff and fill up my Twitter feed with more dankness. Put this towards Ted's Pure Hero path in Shadow the Hedgehog, so Ted can suffer Lost Impact's hero mission. We have $5 for Pure Hero.
Oh man, that was, I think, I think I've mentioned this before, but when I first played it, I didn't think Shadow the Hedgehog was a bad game. Like, I was probably...
Better than Heroes! It's better than Heroes!
It is better than Heroes. It's still bad, don't get me wrong. But it's better than... I like it better than Heroes, but That game came out in 2005, so I was 12 at the time. So obviously, like, I'm like, okay. And also, another thing is my favorite 3D Sonic game is Adventure 2, I know. But when I was a kid, actually, my brother scratched the disc, so I couldn't play. I think, like, the only levels that would still work for me were, like, Middle Harbor, I think. So I didn't actually play much SA2 after.
Good, just play Harbor. It's one of the only good levels in the game.
Well, it's just the disc didn't really work, so I had to get a new one. And in the meantime, I played a lot of. I didn't really remember what Sonic's good control was like, I guess, was the thing. So I kind of just put up with Shadow's terrible control. But I remember, even the first time I played it, I hated Lost Colony. That level took me over an hour to find all of those goddamn artificial chaos. It was miserable. Actually, one thing that I played a embarrassingly large amount of was Shadow the Hedgehog's multiplayer.
Not even I've done that. Not even I've played much multiplayer.
It's not terrible. It's like a
it's not great though. It's one of, I'd say, in terms of like Sonic 3D multiplayer, it's like in the middle.
Yeah. What would you say is the worst? Because I think Heroes is probably the worst. Because like it's the frame rate goes to shit whenever you're playing it, and
yeah, I would say possibly Black Knight's multiplayer is just boring as fuck.
I never actually tried it.
It's not that fun. I wouldn't recommend it. Secret Rings, they tried with the party mode. They have some games that are okay, some aren't. It's
better than Sonic Shuffle. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I mean, I give the Secret Rings one props for just trying something original. You know.
Yeah.
But like 06 is on a technical level. 06 is the worst, but it's one of the most fun because you can completely fuck up gameplay. Like if you have a character selected as Silver, you can freeze them while you just run and complete the level.
Yeah, because Silver is easily by far the best character in multiplayer from what I've seen. I've never actually played 06 multiplayer.
It's fun because it's so bad.
That doesn't make much sense to me, Gareth. If it's bad, it shouldn't be fun.
It's so bad, it's fun.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, now, I've gotten a lot of lives in this run through. Like I've got 21 lives at the moment. That's actually not going to be too many lives once we get to Miracle Matter, which is the
too many lives.
Too many lives. Yeah. I've got 21 lives. I expect to lose at least 10 to Miracle Matter. Probably more like 15 because that boss is obnoxious. You know what boss I'm talking about, right? The boss before 02.
Yes, the one which is if you don't have all the shards is the final boss.
Yeah, the one it uses all of the powers that you've collected.
Yeah, you know, 02 never gave me much of an issue, but
he's pretty easy.
That one did.
He's pretty 02 is pretty easy, all things considered.
Just feel bad because I'm shooting glass into this poor bastard's eye and he's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, not to mention like he's already got like a poor band-aid on his head, like because I believe the original Zero is in Dreamland 3. And when you beat that boss, like, his eye pops out, and then it blows up, and there's a Band-Aid where his first... Oh, yeah, for Kirby's Dream Collection, the game had to be rated E10 for blood, because of 0 and 02. It's that violent.
Well, I'm glad they didn't edit it out. I'm glad there wasn't any hashtag censorship in my Nintendo game.
Oh, you mean like Ocarina of Time, which is supposed to be the best game ever? They edited out Ganondorf's blood, which means that they're filthy censors, and it's the worst game ever now.
Ocarina of Time is a game for babies, so they took the blood out.
Oh man, I mean, granted, Ganondorf's a green person, so he might be able to bleed green blood. Who knows?
That's what I always thought was weird in the Wii version of Unleashed. They added blood into it that wasn't in the HD version.
For what?
One of the bosses, I think it's the Dark Amore, the kind of eel thing where you have to freeze it and then punch it. In the Wii version, like when you attack it, just green blood spurts out of it, which isn't in the HD version at all. I mean, odd choice to add blood into the Nintendo version of a game, you know.
I mean, the Wii version was developed by Dimps, wasn't it?
Yes, from what I understand, the day levels were made by Dimps, but I've read reports that the nighttime stages and the bosses were still done by Sonic Team.
Oh, huh. That's...
But again, that may not be correct. If it is correct, it is odd that Sonic Team added more blood into the stereotypical, more childish version of the game because it went to the Wii version, you know. But
honestly, like from what I've seen, the Wii version of Unleashed, I haven't played much of the HD version. Like I don't think I've actually even played any of it now that I think about it. But the Wii version of Unleashed just seems to cut out a lot of the BS from the Wii version. Like I know it looks cheaper, but having to spend less time in the towns, I think, is better for me personally.
Well, I would say, I mean, obviously it looks worse, but for a Wii game, I still think it looks. I mean, it's not colors good, but I still think Unleashed Wii still looks pretty damn good for a Wii game. I
think it looks passable. My biggest issue is that I don't think the art style matches the Wii's graphics as well as colors does. Because I think the one thing that lower technology does for a lot of, especially like Nintendo stuff, because they've had the less powerful consoles, is it makes people do interesting things to hide the processing power. So in this case, it's like the first example that comes to my mind is Wind Waker. Like they used random tricks to make the game look better. That I think ultimately make it age better, I should say. But don't take an awful lot of processing power to make it look good, like with the cell shading and all that. So, like, whereas Colors did the whole kind of more abstract, what's it called, amusement park designs, Unleashed was trying to look like a real world kind of.
Colors is a lot more surreal in its level structure. Yeah, this design.
And the Wii isn't as good at processing environments that are supposed to appear realistic as the HD consoles are. So that's why. Oh no! Damn it! Okay, looks like I got to restart this level too because I missed a shot. I'm actually relatively happy with how this playthrough has been going.
Yeah, dude, I have to say, dude, you're in terms of time, man, you're kicking ass.
Yeah, because we're less than 2 hours. I'm already on Shiverstar, and I haven't needed to reset stuff too much. I've made a couple of fuck-ups, but it's not been that bad. I was actually, I think I was mentioning this before. I think my original time estimate was like 5 hours, and I'm probably gonna, it's much closer to 4 now that I've been playing the game again. I expect to spend 50. I do expect though to spend a full 45 minutes on Miracle Matter because that boss is obnoxious. Yeah.
It looks like we have another donation from a Victor Espino. He says, "Hey, two of my favorite people playing my favorite Kirby game. It's great seeing you guys being entertaining for the sake of charity once more. Also great was being able to hear you guys enjoy too many games for the first time. 'Twas my first convention as well. Sad to say, I miss getting to meet both of you guys, but I hope you enjoyed your time like I did nonetheless. Keep up the great work, and thank you for ruining my life. I mean, making it more entertaining. Share, buddy, chicken, hoppage."
Aw, thanks, dude.
Thank you so much.
It would have been great to... I loved meeting so many people at too many games.
Same. But the biggest thing was... I met this guy on the first day, waiting to go on the Johnny's panel, and if he's listening, I apologize profusely. I think his online handle is Austin T, and he was always drawing stuff. Like he was always with like a sketch pad. Because I spoke to him before the panel, and after when Johnny was speaking to people outside, he was outside and he was drawing some stuff, and like he was, as you were speaking, he was drawing stuff. He came in the next day as you were in line for the Brain Scratch panel. And he just handed me this like picture of me with it made me look thin and badass. So I love you for that. But it's like it's like at MomoCon we met a guy, I think his name's Jensai. He was the guy who dressed up like Bart Simpson.
Oh yeah, that.
And he drew a picture based on a joke I made in the Moonraker LP. He drew me Michael Jackson as a Green Lantern.
You mean Moonwalker?
Yeah, Moonwalker. And
Moonraker's James Bond.
Moonraker. And I have that now framed on my wall. I'm looking at it right now. And it's just stuff like that, man. It's just, again, it means the world.
Oh, yeah.
It means stuff like that. Just being able to, one of the, like I said, I'm sure you guys have had this at some point, but I think one of the best messages I've ever woken up to on something like Facebook or Twitter There's a few people have messaged me saying stuff like they've been sick in the hospital and watching how stupid shit has like cheered them up.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's hard to kind of... Numbers are abstract, kind of, because it's hard to, like, you see, like, 30 likes on a video. It's hard to... It's like 30 people actually like that. It's like, that's enough to fill up an entire room. So it's just like, it's weird to think that at points, because it's kind of like, you see comments, but it's hard to imagine that, like, oh, real people, like our stupid shit, and it's very heartwarming. It makes you feel like you've done good, even though your videos are done bad. So, okay.
It's true. Very true.
Okay, well, that was inconvenient. I need to get that electric power to combine with Spike, but it just fell into a pit. So I'm gonna need to go and have him respawn because, yeah. So hold on a second while I take care of that. Kirby is like the one series where I don't mind respawning enemies because you need them.
It's good, yeah. Well, because they respawn the enemy serves a purpose to get more power up, so it's good. You know,
yeah. Whereas like if you're just playing Mega Man and you walk 2 feet to the left and suddenly you have to fight Sniper Joe again, and you're like, oh god, let it end, please.
I gotta go drain the lizard. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Ted, do you entertain people with more singing?
Oh fuck, I actually don't have the chat up. Okay. I am going... Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to sing. So, how about this? I will... Shit, I don't know what to sing. How about I sing the Kirby Right Back At Ya theme song, because Kirby Right Back At Ya is a work of art. And yeah, so... I will sing it in the style of I will be performing the Kirby Right Back At Ya theme song in the style of Poetry Slam Night. Kirby, 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 that's a name you should know. Kirby, 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 he's the star of the show. He is more than you think. He's got maximum pink. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby is the one. He is coming right back at ya. Right back at ya. Right back at ya, for sure, yeah. How can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster to clobber dat there Kirby. That's what we do best at, NME. You better get it with the money back guarantee. Smooth saxophone solo. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby is saving the day. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby is here to stay. Don't be fooled by his size. You won't believe your eyes. Kirby. 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 Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's the one. Right back at ya. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed my Poetry Slam Night rendition of the Kirby Right Back at Ya theme song. If you would like to see more of my videos, you can subscribe for regular updates. Also, donate to my Patreon page for other Poetry Slam renditions of other 4Kids anime songs. For example, the One Piece theme. And you guys know I'm just dicking with you. But yeah, so anyway, if you're not familiar with Kirby 64, I'm going to shed some little trivia on you. The world we're on right now is called Shiver Star. Fun fact, on the world map for this, on like the kind of spacey galaxy looking map where you select the world you want to go to, the graphics for Shiver Star are actually shaped like, the graphics for Shiver Star actually look like the planet Earth. So, many people believe that in the Kirby universe, the planet Earth has undergone an apocalypse, like a nuclear winter sort of thing. So all of the enemies here are like weird mutations, and like it's an ice level because, I don't know, I suppose nuclear winter is supposed to be a literal winter or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's your fun fact for the day. I love this game. The music is fantastic as well. I think I've mentioned that before, but this is one of my favorite Kirby soundtracks. Partly because it's so atmospheric as well. There's a lot of... It's memorable for sure, but it matches the environment so well all of the time. And I don't... like, a lot of Kirby music is upbeat and cheery, but you get a lot of more low-key tracks with Kirby 64, and I always just enjoy that kind of music. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I'll listen to while trying to do, like, writing or things like that. And it's just something that I greatly enjoy. And... Oh wait, I think I'm thinking of a different level. We actually will need to get the lightsaber power up for one of the levels coming up. And damn it, I died. Yeah, I tend to lose a lot in this game because it's I would say it's probably the hardest Kirby game to beat overall. Not that any of them are too difficult, but I'd say if there's one that I had to say was the hardest to beat normally, it would be Kirby 64. I would say that its extra stuff is the hardest as well because of boss endurance, but there's only really that one extra mode. Other than that, I would probably, for the hardest extra stuff, I probably would go with Kirby Superstar Ultra has the hardest overall extra stuff because it's got those extra versions of the different games, like Revenge of the King, I think, and the Meta Knight mode and things like that, which are pretty challenging. Not to mention, Superstar Ultra's True Arena is no walk in the park. I still haven't beaten it. So, I did beat Planet Robobot's True Arena, though, but I will admit, I did have to use Amiibo to do it. So, yeah. I mean, it was mostly for the final boss, which I don't want to spoil it because the game still is pretty new. But the final boss does something different in terms of other Kirby final bosses, in that, yeah, it's one of the final bosses kind of functions a little bit differently than the other bosses, and I don't want to. It's one of the last bosses as well, and I didn't like that I had to basically be good at a different type of genre in order to win. So yeah, that was my thing. Now, okay, so the next room is going to have colors. And I know that this is a melon, which is supposed to be light green, and this is a cherry, which is supposed to be red. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, so I'm going to guess brown. Thankfully, you can go back in and out of the room as many times as you want. And if you get it wrong, so, you know. Oh, I got it right. Awesome. So, yeah, still have no idea what that's supposed to be, but at least I got it right, so, yeah. Okay, so, or maybe it's coming up that I need the, I know that at least one of the upcoming levels, I can't remember if it's this one or the abandoned factory level that has the that needs me to use the lightsaber power, but we'll see it eventually for sure. Is that Gareth back, I hear? No. Okay, he takes an awful long time to piss. Goddamn. Okay. Yeah. If you guys are talking in the chat or anything at the moment, or if you have donated, I apologize that I'm unable to read it. To save bandwidth, I have not actually loaded up the chat, and I obviously can't read donation comments while I'm playing the game, so I apologize for that profusely. Once Gareth gets back, he will be able to keep an eye on you rascals, so you guys better not be causing any trouble while he's gone, or I'll have to tell your parents, and you'll get in big trouble for that. Like, we'll have to speak to you after school, and, you know, it's just not fun for anybody, so make sure to behave. Oh wait, here we go. This is an area where we can get lightsaber Kirby pretty easily. So we just gotta go. Okay, so I think how I normally do it is I wait for this guy to jump up, and then I usually try to get under him, but now I'm stuck in here, so the easier solution is just to get hit in the face. Yes, okay. You see, this is why I don't generally do live LPs on my channel anymore, because I'm not very good at video games. Okay. Okay. New plan. We're off-screening one of these guys. No, wait. Here we go. Alright, this is way easier. Okay, so now all I gotta do is throw this and that. Oh yeah, ba ba da 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 da. Oh ba ba da da. Da 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 da. What the fuck did I return to? Da 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 do 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 da 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 da.
What are you singing through the fates for?
I got the lightsaber power up.
Oh, fucking A! Nice.
Gosh, Gareth, what? You don't know anything about the cinematic masterpiece that is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace?
I will say, a few years ago, before Lucas sold the rights to Disney, he had this plan to re-release all the movies in 3D.
Oh yeah, I went to Phantom Menace. It was the only one that got re-released in 3D.
Yep. I went to watch it, and you know, It is by no means a perfect or great movie, but having a 10-year gap between watching it and rewatching it, I do think some, not all, some of the hate towards it is hyperbolic.
I agree so too. I think it's like the action scenes in that movie are legitimately good. I think like the pod race and the action scene at the end, I think, are both fantastic as well. And honestly, if there's any prequel that I think people should be hating on, it's Attack of the Clones, because that movie is just garbage. I get a lot of hate for this, and you know, you can hate me if you want. I think Revenge of the Sith is better than Return of the Jedi. Personally, so I actually really like that movie. I'll watch. I can fast forward to parts of Phantom Menace that I enjoy, but there's nothing in Attack of the Clones that I like. So.
But Yoda pulls out the lightsaber.
That fight's like 30 seconds long, man. And if you want a good Yoda fight, then the Revenge of the Sith one's way better, because like you got Emperor Palpatine like throwing chairs at him and shit. That's fantastic. But yeah.
I love it in fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Something about Star Wars. I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. I don't think I ever heard what you thought of Episode 7.
I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was you know, after the prequels, it was better than I was expecting. Not fun. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I do agree with some of the criticism that it is slightly too similar to A New Hope, and it's slightly fanficky. Like especially in the scene where they have like the readout of the Death Star. Here's the Death Star, and here's the Star Killer base.
It's just like, yeah, our Death Star's way better than their Death Star. It's like
pure fan fiction, but it was great. It was great.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that. I like Force Awakens as well. So okay, I was just curious on that point, but yeah, we can all agree that Phantom Menace is art, and that it's just, you know, like 40 years from now, people are going to be looking back at Phantom Menace and being like, that film was secretly the best Star Wars film, I think.
Well, it happened, you know. It was like Citizen Kane, often regarded as the greatest movie of all time, was critically lauded on its release. Sometimes movies just they're not appreciated at the time of their release, and it takes you know, time for them to be regarded as classics. You know, I think
there's so much symbolism behind Jar Jar Binks that everybody just overlooks. You know?
Again, to go back to Red Letter Media, Jar Jar Binks is the only character in that movie to have an arc. He's the only
pretty much
that grows as a person. No, seriously, he's the only character who has an arc in Phantom Menace. Like Qui-Gon Jinn doesn't, Obi-Wan doesn't, Anakin doesn't. The only character who grows is fucking Jar Jar Binks.
Wasn't Red Letter Media the one that released like the hour-long review of Phantom Menace?
The Mr. Plinkett review of. I think I'm being corrected. Sifler_red. Yes, my bad. Lord does mean highly praised. I used the incorrect word there. My mistake. They were critically destroyed.
Panned, I think, might have been what you were looking for.
I forget. I got no sleep for the past 2 days. I don't know.
Oh, of course. And you go back to work tomorrow, don't you?
Yep, hooray!
When's TJ2E again?
Friday. Friday at 6.
Oh, okay. I hope you get a lot of sleep the night before, dude.
I won't. And then we're back. I think then me and TJ start Toe Jamming 02 at 11:30 on Saturday.
Oh, goddamn.
I don't know why I keep doing this to myself.
That just sounds like that. You did that last year too. It was like, I think Star Fox was the night before you and TJ basically had the whole.
It was Banjo. I think because we did Banjo Kazooie first. I think it was Banjo Kazooie, and then that day me and TJ ran every game on that day.
Oh yeah, because you did like 5 Disney games, I think, and then
we did like DuckTales, Chip and Dale, Kirby Superstar, Aladdin. And then Turtles in Time, which Ryan is going to be running next. And then we bowed out before the Mario Kart stream because we went to go and watch the Fantastic Four reboot.
So after a hard day of raising money for charity, did the Fantastic Four reboot kind of like refuel your spirits?
Well, no, it's weird that, again, kind of like as you were just saying with Phantom Menace, again with with Fan Stick, you know, it's again not a great movie, but I don't think it deserves 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think you know how sometimes there's this, and I think some of it had, you know, the upcoming Ghostbusters movie is probably something that kind of might go along with it. Yes, you know, it may not be a great movie, but sometimes you get the feeling that there's certain movies that people just want to hate before it comes out. And I think,
because I'm gonna go see Ghostbusters this weekend, and I hope I enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, again, the trailers look pretty bad, but I'm a fan of most of the people involved. I like Ghostbusters, what have you. But there's certain movies where for whatever reason, and I'm not trying to get into any kind of political or you know, feminist debate here, but just certain movies, just the internet seems to latch on saying this is going to be bad before it comes out. And I think Fantastic Four was one of those movies, where just people would just automatically assumed it was going to suck. I
actually defend the first Fantastic Four movie, the one where Chris Evans is Johnny Storm. I actually think that movie, it's not good, but it's probably the closest to a Fantastic Four movie that we've had. Like, because
it's goofy and dumb.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four is very goofy and very dumb. Like, there's that one montage sequence in there, like where like Reed Richards stretches out to get toilet paper out of when he's in the bathroom, or like Johnny Storm is like trying to get the thing to do the whipped cream prank, but he can't get it to work because the thing is made out of rock. Like, that's the kind of shit that the Fantastic Four like actually does. They don't really fight an awful lot of crime. They just kind of hang out in the Baxter Building doing stupid shit, and occasionally they like go to space and stuff. That's
they're scientists. They're not superheroes.
Yeah, so. You know, it's not good. Like, Doctor Doom is not Doctor Doom in that movie.
Oh, terrible Doctor Doom. I love his actor was, I think Julian McMahon. I was a big fan of him on Nip Tuck. Terrible choice for Doctor Doom. Terrible choice. Did not work at all.
Yeah, so, yeah, but, I think, like, it's cheesy and bad, but it's also cheesy and bad in the way that I'd want a Fantastic Four to be cheesy and bad, you know?
Yeah, which is why I can kind of understand some people not like, you know, going into Fantastic Four thinking it'll be bad, because again, Fantastic Four really shouldn't be dark and you know, Dark Knight-ish.
Well, some things can be dark, like the Thing, for instance. Like, he's generally the character that's the most liked by kids, but his situation,
the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing.
Yeah, but like, his situation's pretty grim when you Ben Grimm. That's it, the man. Yeah, his situation, you know, it's just like he's turned into a rock person, and he can't connect with anybody. Like that's actually, like, I think they handle him pretty well too in the original 2002, I think, is when I
didn't mind Michael Chiklis. I thought he was a pretty decent Thing.
And also, Chris Evans was a good Human Torch, because Human Torch is not supposed to be likable. He's supposed to be a gigantic douchebag as well. So, I think the biggest they're kind of boring characters on their own terms, but Sue and Reed were easily the weakest parts of that movie, I think. Because Reed Richards normally has the charisma of a block of wood, but Sue Storm is like one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, and like all she can do is like make bubbles in that movie, and it's just like...
And no movie is saying, you know what? To go on a quick tangent, you know what the most annoying thing about the reboot is? So, as you know, they go to an alien planet. Sue doesn't even get to go.
What?
Sue doesn't go with them to the alien planet. She's stuck on Earth.
So how does she get her powers then?
Because when they come back, she gets hit by like a force. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. It's just I didn't think Fantastic Four was terrible, but there's a lot of issues with that movie. A lot of dumb shit happens in that movie.
Okay, I'll take your word for it then. Okay, so anyway, for this next boss fight, I'm going to use Fireworks Kirby because I feel like it. I have a couple of power...
Firework.
Yeah. Let's show them what we're worth, Gareth. Make them go,
We need Jontron in here. Or Tron, either one of them.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite... I think is it the Jontron video where he sings Firework and he's at like the he's at like a mountain I think it's the Fireworks one where he's singing the song, and then as the music pans down, he just turns around, the camera zooms in on him, and for like 2 frames, the words just "death comes for us all" appears on screen.
Yeah,
it's like one of the fucking funniest ways to end a video I've ever seen.
That was Star Fox, I think, was it?
I forget. I just remember that ending of "death comes for us all" gets me every time.
It's just like it's got really random shit in his videos, like when he's got like Slippy Toad in Star Fox and he's like, God has come to reap the sinners. God has come to reap the sinners.
And here we have Kirby fighting a Star Fox boss.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
The design, it looks like something ripped straight out of Star Fox from the SNES.
Yeah.
But even the 64 version.
Yeah, because it's the very simple polygons is what gives it that look to me.
And this was Kirby's first interaction with giant robots.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! I died.
Transformed.
Robots in. Although like the whole point of the disguises is supposed to blend in. I don't know how giant robot crab would be very good at blending into the human environment, but whatever.
That became less and less because you had things like the fucking Dinobots and Skylinks and Scorponok. Like that's fucking no one's hiding as a giant fucking scorpion in like downtown Manhattan.
Well, like even Gen 1, it's not really about them disguising because like they don't live in the human world in Gen 1, do they?
Yeah, they're trapped on Earth.
They are? I thought they were looking for shit though, that like alien shit. In Gen 1.
In G1 they're trapped on Earth, and the main goal is they want to get fuel to repower their home planet.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry,
yeah.
I don't follow Transformers because I have a life. So.
No, you don't, Ted.
Yeah, like, you're right. I don't.
You may not follow Transformers, but I won't sweat on that line, good sir.
Okay, you're right. I don't. I just watch better trash than you.
Good. I don't know about that. Looks like we have a few more donations. We have $3 from Peter Pants, who says, I took a break from the stream for a bit to go for a walk. Hashtag Pokemon Go. The nearest Pokestop is across the highway at a broken fountain outside a closed wasabi Japanese bistro. The nearest gym is at a winery. Who picks these locations? You know what's funny though? Because we were just talking about Transformers, the writer of the 86 classic, the Transformers, the movie, Flint Dille, the company he works at is the company who made Pokemon Go.
Niantic?
So, yes, so you can blame Flint Dille for that.
Okay. Like, I don't... Like, that's probably what the development of the game took so long, was probably just, like, looking all over the world for random things to make Pokestops. And have you played it at all? Because I played...
No, I haven't. I've heard it's a massive battery drain, and my phone has a terrible battery as it is, so I'm waiting until I upgrade before I download it.
Yeah, I haven't played it much, because I haven't had a chance to walk around a whole lot this past week, so... Yeah. So anyway, we're about to enter the final world, which is Ripple Star. You rude fucks jumping on Kirby. Yeah, so we've got until 5, I believe, don't we? So if we have extra time, there are a couple of mini games I can show off, and
I love the mini games.
Yeah, there's a great remix of Gourmet Race in one of them, so I'll play. Oh,
so good.
Yeah, so I'll play some of the mini games, and if we have time, I'll also do Boss Endurance, which is going to be a massive. I don't expect to win Boss Endurance, but I can try. Is basically what I'll do. So
what you can ask, Ted, is that you do your best and try, but you'll probably still fail because you'll fuck up.
That's the motto I live my life by. You know, like you probably won't succeed, but there's like maybe a 2% chance that you will. So on the off chance that it happens, you know, you might as well. That's my.
Ted, are you one of the people who's very outraged that Pokemon Go is just G1 currently?
I expected it to honestly, like, I didn't expect them to add everything all at once, because that's...
There's what, like 800 Pokemon now?
There should be by the time Sun and Moon comes out, it should be over 800. I believe it's 750. I think it's 750 at the end of Gen 6. So, like, yeah, I didn't expect it. I know that the most nostalgic Pokemon are the Gen 1 ones. Because they're the best. Because they're the best. They're certainly the most iconic, for sure. I have a soft spot for a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon as well. And also, like, weird as they are, I love a lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon. So, Gen 2, just for clarification, Gold and Silver / Black and White 1 are my favorite Pokemon games. Just so there's no ambiguity about that. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I didn't expect them to, for example, have all 100 and all, like, whatever Pokemon. I expected them to slowly dole them out over the course of however long they're going to keep on supporting this app. So, we'll probably get Gen 2 in about, like, 6 months, and they'll slowly dole more out as we go along. So, yeah. And, like, I'm not going to be outraged about it, because this is probably the first Pokemon game in years to really recapture that Gen 1 audience, because, like, my brothers are playing Pokemon Go and things like that. Like, apparently he walked 5 miles yesterday just playing that game, so...
One of my favorite memes is like this picture of, like, Michelle Obama spent 8 years trying to get people to go outside and exercise. Pokemon Go did it in 24 hours.
I also saw another one where it was just like, it's like listing all of the different Pokemon games, and one of them is like, and it's just like, oh, look, you can play with your friends. You should really go outside and trade with them. And then it's like the Pokewalker. You can go walk to raise your Pokemon. Look, we'll make it really easy to play with friends as long as you go outside. And then it's Pokemon Goes. It's like, exercise, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like Nintendo's trying to get people to exercise for 10 years. Now just fucking go outside, please.
Yeah. They don't want to get sued for kids being in... staying inside too long playing video games. So if you play video games outside, it's 100% okay.
And you just drain all your data. Good job, Nintendo. Thank you.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't know how much of a data hog Pokemon Go is, because it's only been out for a couple of days, but it's gotta be obnoxious. So
yeah. Well, apparently, again, it destroys your battery, which is why I haven't even tried download. Did you play Miyamoto?
You mean Miitomo?
Oh, that's the one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to play some video games with Miyamoto. That'd be great. I did for like a week or so, but the thing is that nobody ever answered my questions. So I kind of really what I did for like the second 2 weeks that I played it was I loaded it up every day to check all of the to check like 5 questions or what it was to get my Nintendo coins, and then I turned it off. And I would only ever do it where I was logged into the Wi-Fi, so I didn't waste data.
Gotcha.
It was, yeah. Like the photo thing with the Miis is great, but everything else is kind of meh. Personally,
I never played it. I downloaded it and I didn't play it because like I wanted to use the Mii that I had, but I guess I have my profile set up to not allow like my Mii to be copied. And I couldn't be bothered to make a new Mii, so I just didn't play it. So I downloaded it like day it came out, but I have yet to try it out because I'm too lazy to make a new Mii for myself.
I think you could just change. There's a way to get it so that you can easily sync it up to the Mii you have like on your Wii U or something.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played my Wii U in a while, so I need to like log in and change it so I can have my Mii copied, but I'm lazy. So I'm gonna do that.
It's not like I get what they're trying to do with these kind of things. Like they're trying to make a social media kind of thing for people who like are like socially awkward, and they're trying to use Pokemon to make kids go outside and things like that. Which is
awesome.
So like I get it's just the execution just generally doesn't end up working out all the time, which is a shame.
I will say though, to give Nintendo credit, I mean I'll say before I say my point, I have actually for the most part greatly enjoyed the Sonic the Hedgehog iPhone games. I think Sonic Dash is a really fun game. Sonic Runners was good when it was out, but it's nice to see Nintendo didn't just go for let's make a endless runner starring Mario. You know, let's make a jumping game starring Link. Like they've gone for pretty unique ideas.
Yeah.
For these iPhone games, you know, which I think is pretty nice. It's also nice that. Like, within a day of both of them being out, they were both, like, the most downloaded app that day.
Yeah.
You know,
I do expect, to some extent, we're going to get those. Like, I think the next 2 that they're going to release are Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem. What I hope for Animal Crossing is that it's a companion app to a console Animal Crossing. Because the biggest pain in the ass about that is finding time at home to play that goddamn thing every day. So if you could tie progress between a mobile and a console Animal Crossing, that would be fantastic. But I think Fire Emblem is just going to be like a strategy game on mobile, probably. Which, you know, is fine, because they can't come up with unique things all the time, I suppose. But...
Well, you know, I am curious as to what they're gonna do. I mean, if Pokemon aside, they're taking some of their lesser-known IPs. You know, I know Animal Crossing has gotten pretty big over the last few years, and Fire Emblem does have more of a, I would say, more of a cult fan base. But you know, it's interesting that they didn't go like, you know, Mario and Zelda straight away.
Yeah, of course.
No.
I think they want to. Yeah, well, Pokemon obviously is huge, but Nintendo doesn't also completely own Pokemon as well. Like, Pokemon's owned like by 5 different companies. It's obnoxious. So yeah. Oh god, I hate doing this level because this level is like you have to kill all the enemies in each room. But in order to get one of the crystal shards, you need to do it with this bow and arrow power up, which is utter trash.
Yeah,
so,
this bow and arrow power up is the power up equivalent of Ted.
No, I think I'm more I think I'm more closely I'm more close to the fire and ice power up, where you just try to turn into an ice cube and then it melts instantly. I think that's closer to me personally. But thankfully, once we break this center one, there we go. We can drop it instantly and get something good. So
drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, like I'm gonna I'm gonna do it with the transformation power up, I think. Woo. Although this power isn't very good either, but this was actually the one I liked the most as a kid, was the transformation power up, because wait, hold on, you have to get the bird is the thing, because the bird's actually pretty. Here he is. The bird's actually really good.
The bird can fly, can't he?
Yeah, the bird can fly. Well, I mean, Kirby can fly, but he flies faster than Kirby. I don't remember the bird's name.
Well,
I know this one is the owl is Ku, but I don't know what the smaller one is.
Yeah, I think, and also these are the animal friends from Dreamland 2 and 3.
Yes, they are. I love how Kind's there, and he just doesn't do shit. Like, you literally can't move him. He's just kind of there. I think Choo Choo is the name of the blobby looking one. I'm not sure about that though.
Choo Choo is my favorite member of a Top Cat's gang.
What?
Yeah, it's Choo Choo, Fancy, Benny.
What are you referencing though? I don't get it.
Top Cat. You never watched Top Cat?
No. What is it?
Top Cat is an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon from the 60s about this cat with a purple top hat.
Oh, okay. Was it one of the not Scooby-Doo ones that they did, or was it?
No, it was more of a comedy series. It was kind of like he would kind of cause. He was like a good guy. He would kind of cause mischief in the neighborhood, and the Officer Dribble would always be trying to.
Oh, so he's like the Yogi Bear, I guess, sort of.
Yeah, kind of like Yogi Bear, only with more characters. They did they've done 2 movies. They've given him 2 movies over the last few years, which have already Hanna-Barbera properties to get movies. Top Cat is not one I would think of.
Oh, speaking of Hanna-Barbera, did you see that cover for the Wacky Racers DC comic?
You know what's weird? One of the writer of that book is Ken Pontac, who wrote Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World. One of the writers of Sonic is writing this kind of very dark, realistic, Mad Maxian Wacky Racers book.
It's like
where it ends. Issue 1 ends with Penelope Pitstop punching Dick Dastardly in the face and calling him a bastard.
Why?
This is not your father's Wacky Races, essentially.
Yeah, this isn't your father's Wacky Races. Okay, here we got Miracle Matter, who is easily the hardest boss in the game. Personally, I think he's the hardest Kirby boss, period. He is obnoxious. First off, you can only hurt him with the power that he's emulating right now. So if you had an ice power with you, you could only hurt this ice form right here. So basically, you can't use powers. And his attacks are hard to dodge, and you only get 6 hits, and he's obnoxious, and I hate him. So, when I did my test playthrough of this, I died 10 times. I'm already down to 2 hits because I took damage in that last level. I expect to be here for a while, so if we have any donations, now would be a fantastic time to read them.
Good. Okay, then. So far we have a $1 donation from Antonio, and then there's some Japanese kanji. Says Gareth is the bestest and everything he says is golden. Also, Ted's a scrub. Now, where's my check? It's in the mail, good sir. It's in the mail.
Oh man, how much did he donate again?
He donated $1, so I'll send you a check for $2 in the mail very soon. We are currently sitting at $2,038. I think we could easily get to 2,050 by the end.
That would be fantastic.
I think that would be a very, very good sign. I've been doing these things. I have to leave for 2 seconds. When I went into the restroom, I put some lasagna because I hate Mondays and I'm a talking cat. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Okay.
Gareth Field. Gareth Field.
Now, keep singing more Star Wars.
But I don't have the power. I can't do it. Well, I think Gareth has already walked away by this point. But there is actually a Star Wars reference in the ending of this game, so I'll point that out when we get to it. Like even to the music, like the music almost perfectly emulates the John Williams score. So I find that amusing. But yeah, what makes this boss? You have to memorize all of the patterns perfectly, and you can't make any mistakes. And this boss has a lot of health. Like almost every attack I'm doing only takes away like 1 bar down there, which is a lot more. So he's basically got a lot more health than almost every other boss in the game, which is part of what makes him so hard. So, and you can't cheese powers either, because like some of the bosses, if you just come in with the right power, you destroy them. There are certain ones that trip me up more than others, like Cutter here. Cutter does not give me too much issues. Like, oh, there, I got rid of its entire thing in one run. That's awesome. Ow. Fire, generally speaking, isn't too bad either, because its attacks are very telegraphed. It's Spark that generally gives me the most shit, usually. Yeah, Spark and Rock is harder than it should be for me as well. Like, Rock is pretty telegraphed, but I get a little bit too reckless with Rock. Like, I think that I should be able to, do more to it than I really can. So, really, the biggest boon with a Miracle Matter is just being patient. Like, actually, right now, this run is going very well. If we actually beat Miracle Matter here, that will be bad, because then we are going to go way under time, and I'm not sure if Ryan's ready for Turtles in Time if we're that early. Obviously, yeah, because yeah. So I will to give Ryan a little bit of peace. I will play the mini games and whatnot, and I'll do 1 run at Boss Endurance just to see if I can do it. But I do not expect that to go very well. So, yeah, I think the only mode left is Rock. Awesome. Okay, so let's just get this.
Let me message Ryan then and say he may want to start setting up Turtles in Time sooner.
Oh wait, no, I got one more damage in bomb. Okay. Okay, come on, you bastard. Oh no. Okay, actually, since Bomb will take damage from just a bomb power, I can just shoot the missiles at him and he'll be good. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so looks like I beat Miracle Matter in two tries.
I like how you're like, this is gonna take me 30 minutes. It's gonna take me 40 minutes, guys. Oh, I did it too. Okay.
I shit you not. I lost 10 to 15 lives on my test playthrough. It took me a half hour, and he usually takes me that long. So I got lucky, I guess. I either got lucky or paid more, or just focused a little bit better. So you only get this cutscene if you beat Miracle Matter with all of the crystal shards. If you don't have all of them, you get a different cutscene where it's like you see the queen has like evil eyes as Kirby flies away, or something to that effect. If you don't have all of them and then you get all of them, you do have to beat Miracle Matter again in order to get the true ending, though. So. Yeah, also, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror isn't the first game where Kirby has a cell phone. It's Kirby 64, so, yeah. Also, if they had a Warp Star, why couldn't they just fly straight to Ripple Star from the beginning? Whatever. So anyway, yeah, this is the final level. I think it's called Dark Star if you choose to go back to it. If you reload the same save. There's really, like, nothing here, though. It's, like, 2 rooms before you get to the final boss. So, yeah. I gotta say, Zero Two is one of my favorite final bosses in video games, though. I love that music. It's one of the best final boss tracks, I think. Gareth, do you prefer Zero Two's original boss theme or the Brawl remix?
You know, it's been a while since I've heard the original, but it's a good track. I think that the Brawl remix is pretty sweet.
I like
what the fans normally tend to go for.
I prefer this one immensely. I think is this, well, not that the Brawl remix is bad. I think it fits a fighting game very well, but this one still has a high energy to it while being very ominous too, because this is a creepy final boss design, like the angel motif.
It's 3D,
and this is like the only 3D but really truly 3D boss in the game as well. So anyway, you can press the L and R buttons to like make the game like rotate and shit, but that's disorienting and you don't really need to do it, so I'm not going to. Also, fun fact, if you pause the game, it doesn't say try again, it says tough it out, so you can't actually quit.
One thing I will say in terms of brewery remixes, I may be in the minority, but I absolutely hate the Meta Knight Revenge remix in Brawl.
Really? I don't have any issues with it.
I'm not a fan of it, because I'm not a fan of it whatsoever.
What's your biggest issue with it?
It doesn't get the original. I guess it's just because it's the style went for more of a jazzy thing. Whereas if you listen to the original, it just sounds like badass synth. I guess my biggest thing is I didn't think the orchestration choices for the remix lived up to that original track is one of my favorite Kirby tracks. I just felt that the remix just wasn't good. It was shit, Ted. It was fucking shit.
Oh, you mean like the green shit that we're shooting out of Zero Two's cactus ass?
I don't. This boss is fucked up, man.
Oh yeah, it's Sakurai took more drugs than normal, and then this is what came out. So.
Well, you know what? Looking at it, it's giving me flashbacks of Taboo from Brawl. Like,
it is very similar to
the weird shit, you know.
Yeah, like only this is actually cool, whereas Taboo was just really random. I wanted Master Hand to be the final boss of Subspace Emissary. Like, I have no idea why they went with this random-ass blue man. Like, a lot of people really defend Subspace Emissary's story. I actually don't like it at all. Like, it doesn't make any sense. None of the characters really do anything except for DDD. And there's just, like, I wanted more of the, like, something more cohesive, I suppose. Like, I get what they were trying to do, like they had the different groups with different kind of goals, but I wanted those goals to be a little bit clearer, I guess. So, yeah. Anyway, I
liked it.
Also, that Great Maze level at the end can suck a dick because it's just terrible. Yeah. Okay. And boom! Awesome. Okay, so that is Kirby 64. We are done. We are done about an hour and 10 minutes before we should be. So, in order to keep
What is it with the Brain Scratch boys finishing their games way too early today?
Oh, well, you know what they say about us Brain Scratch peoples, we go quickly and we finish way before we should. Endurance is not our strong suit, you could say. Also, I love the Star Wars reference here and how the music even sounds like the John Williams music from the end of the first Star Wars. And we got Kiss! Aw, Kirby X Ribbon OTP. And then he falls. That needs to be like my phone lock screen or something. So yeah, this is Kirby 6. Again, this is like my favorite. This is probably my favorite Kirby game, but I play it when I'm in a specific mood for certain Kirby games. That's generally how I go with the series. Is if I want something very relaxing, I'll play this. If I want something very fast-paced, I'll play Nightmare in Dreamland. And if I want something that's kind of in the middle, I'll play either of the two new 3D games on 3DS. So yeah, I love Kirby. It's fantastic, and you should all, if you haven't given this game a shot, it's on the Wii U Virtual Console, and it's definitely worth your time. So
I would recommend, if you can find it, Kirby's Dream Collection, the 20th anniversary.
It's pretty expensive nowadays, but I would agree too because that's a fantastic.
You get 3 episodes of the anime.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive now, but I agree. It's great ports of all of the games up till 64, other than some spin-offs, I think.
Yeah, it has Kirby's Dream Land 1, 2, and 3, Adventure, Superstar, and 65. I think Catherine bought it at Too Many Games.
Yeah, she did, which means that she actually has to give my copy back, because I lent that to her, and it's still at her place, and I need to get it. So
that's some bullshit, fam.
Yeah, so I need to get my copy back, actually, from her, but I haven't been able to get to her place in a while. So, yeah, Kirby, if other recommendations for Kirby, I think, if you want something different for racing, I would recommend Kirby's Air Ride, which is just basically a slightly less good version of Sonic Riders on the GameCube. So I don't know if that's supposed to be praise or not, but I actually don't hate that game.
Wasn't Kirby's Air Ride the last game Sakurai had a direct involvement with?
For Kirby, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so why don't we do... Okay, so we've got mini games. Well, hold on. Let's look at the enemy cards that I got, because I think I got at least one. Oh yeah, we got Bronto Burt, I think. Where the hell did he go? Bronto Burt. Bronto Burt, where are you? I can't... There you are! Okay. Yeah. Oh, it just shows you... These are less exciting than I thought they were. Hold on. I want to know what that Scorpion guy's name is. Snipper. Okay. Alright. That was lame. Okay, so we'll play all of the minigames, give one shot to boss endurance, and then call it a stream. So, Gareth, which one should I play first? The 100-yard hop, the bumper game, or the checkerboard game?
Do 100-yard bop because it's got a bitchin' remix of Green Greens.
You mean Gourmet Race?
Yeah, go. Shut up, Chad. I'm tired.
Who should I play as?
Yeah. Play as my homeboy Waddle Dee.
Okay. Actually, I'll play as all 3 other characters because we played the entire game as Kirby, and that pink fuck needs to learn some respect. So, yeah, this is one of the best Gourmet Race remixes. I think the best version, though, is the Smash Brothers 64 version. That is just the version of Gourmet Race, I think. Oh, the fucking frog. Yeah, these mini games are pretty fun. I actually remember playing them a lot with my family. Like my sister in particular. This is a game... this is one of the games I think she would actually play with me. Like, because, I mean, we've all had those family members who would only ever play, like, 2 or 3 games. And this was one of the ones she would play with me. So I have some fond memories of that. I think my sister would play... Kirby and Pokemon, I think, were the only... And Super Monkey Ball were the only, like, non-party games that she would play with me. And damn, DVD is bad at this shit.
I just remember, like, me and my brother would play stuff, but if it was a game he did, he would do bullshit to make him win. Like, we used to play the South Park in 64 game, and you could be as kids or adults, and obviously if you're an adult, you're more easy to get hit. It's what's annoying though is that my brother would always make me be an adult and he'd be a kid. So it'd be easier for him to hit me and harder for me to hit him, but I still whooped his ass.
I forget how to play this. I forget how to do the jumping in this. I know you're...
Oh, you don't jump, you just bump into people. So if you want to get past someone, just press the button.
Okay. Because I haven't played this in forever. So, oh, the heart peaches are worth more points, I think.
Yeah, you know, I want to say, Johnny, if you're in the chat, bud, can you check Skype? Because I sent you a message.
Oh, so you're sub-Skyping while we're doing our...
I'm sub-Skyping, just because we're trying to set up for the next game. I'm trying to confirm with Ryan. Due to some difficulties, there may be a last-second change of game.
Okay, oh yeah, because he was having issues with his upscaler, wasn't he?
Because unfortunately, Ryan ordered something for the Thon, but Amazon, being their usual self, didn't deliver it when he was told it would be delivered by. Unfortunately, okay. So we may, again, we're trying to confirm everything, but we may be doing a different game up until this time.
Okay.
Like, you know, I remember these games. Like, I would spend hours just playing these. These mini games are fun as shit.
You know, when I did the Brain Scratch playthrough, They gave me shit for playing these mini games. Because I wanted for the brain scratch playthrough, I wanted to show off as much of the game as I could. So I showed the bad ending. I showed and I showed all the mini games in the final part. And they were like, "Why are you showing these? These aren't important. Go back to the game." And I'm like, "Fuck you guys. These are fun. None of you've played them, so shut your face." And there's random shit on my screen, so I'm gonna wipe it off, which will show up the virtual console menu. But I don't give a crap. So okay, play another game. Okay, last game is the checkerboard game, which is probably the most strategic game, but it's also my least favorite. No, actually, the fruit game's probably my least favorite. This one's pretty cool because you can be like, whoosh, and make people fall to their death. It's pretty intense, actually, at some points. Because, damn it, Waddle Dee, you traitor! I need like a Scar moment with that, where Waddle Dee's like hanging DDD off the cliff, and he's like, "Long with the king," and then DDD falls to his death. I don't know what Kirby enemy would be stampeding underneath them, but he'd get trampled by all that shit.
Wispy Woods.
Wispy Wood. How can he walk, Gareth? He's a goddamn tree.
That's the joke, tits.
Oh, okay. I think every time a character gets knocked out, the arena gets smaller as well, too. So, yeah. Oh, you prick. Okay. Hopefully we won't lose to this painter fuck here. Okay. No, we did not. Awesome. Okay, so those are all 3 minigames. We're going to give 1 try to boss endurance, and if I lose, well... Oh, wait, I did not want to play again. Okay. Oh. Stupid menus. Okay. So we are going to...
Miami.
What? We are going...
So
I don't get it. We almost got everybody to face forward. Okay. So anyway, now we're going to try the boss battle mode. Take on all the bosses one at one. Go at them unarmed and show them who's boss. So yeah, we got to fight all the bosses with no power-ups. And we'll see how far we get. I'm only going to go for 1 try. If I win, I don't expect to win. But if I win, good for me. If not, then sucks to be me, I guess. I do think I want to one day beat this perfect, but not today, because that will literally be an event hours in the making, because I'd have to beat Miracle Matter without getting hit, and I don't know if I can do that, so...
Well, guys, as for Ted's in his last one, we got a few last-minute donations. We have a $2 donation from Peter Pence, who says, "Ted, you can mix 2 powers together and hit Miracle Matter with either one. Hashtag scrub, hashtag shave Ted, hashtag toasters, toasters."
Okay there, mister. Let's say I combine together Cutter and Electric. Okay, looks like Miracle Matter's just gonna do Fire and Bomb for the next 5 minutes then, okay? So, I'm not gonna be changing my combined powers for 5 seconds and going in and out and and getting hit every time I try to change my power combinations, okay? You dick. Thank you for your donations.
We have $12 from Kevin S. He says, "You wanted 2050? You got 2050. I missed yesterday, but I wanted to make sure I made at least some of it in between doing work for my channel. I'm not a Kirby guy, but Kirby 64 is the one I could most get into, so this works. Thanks you guys for doing this again. You guys will have hearts of gold hidden under all the terrible memes. Put this money towards Runner's Choice." Ted, my boy, you got 12 bucks. Where do you want it to go?
Pure Hero Dark is what it's called.
Yeah, Pure Hero. I have it listed as Pure Hero Evil, so we'll just do 12
Pure
bucks.
Hero Evil, because... Yeah, wait, hold on. Why the fuck am I donating to make me play Lost Colony?
Yeah, well, do you want to go somewhere else?
Oh, no, I already said it, but... I want... You know what I want? I want there to be, like, an actual, like, people, like, trying to get me to go... I want people to donate, like, in a war, because that's what raises the most money, is like, "Oh, we need this to win. No, we need this to win," and people are, like, donating money to get their side to win. Nice. That's what the whole, like, Save the Animals thing, that's why that always gets the most money for games and games going too fast.
I think we should have another $2 donation from our friend Peter Pence, who says, "Sorry to keep bugging you, but I want to recommend a 02 remix from the video game music choir. It's an a cappella cover with lyrics."
Oh, I've heard that. I've heard that. Yeah, it's fantastic. Like,
Pizza Pants. I was trying to say, Pizza Pants. You're not when you donate. You're not bugging us, dude. Like we want you to do that. You can donate and ask to say as much stuff as you want. Don't ever feel like you're bugging us.
Oh yeah, of course not. Like that's why we did this. It's just like, hi, we're doing a charity marathon. Actually, fuck you. We don't want your money.
Yeah,
Shut up.
You don't want anyone to donate or give us comments. Just
yeah, leave us alone, man. Yeah. So no, you're not bugging us at all, dude. Don't feel bad about giving money to charity. And if somebody tries to make you feel bad about giving money to charity, they're a dick. So yeah.
Of course, you know, I also want to bring up, as Johnny has pointed out in the comments a few times, his Castlevania DS bid war will end today. So at when we turn off the stream after Ryan's game, the winner, the highest bid of the DS games will be locked. And so far we have Order of Ecclesia. It has $223. Dawn of Sorrow has 178. Portrait of Ruin has 319. Looks like Portrait of Ruin is going to win. If you want Dawn of Sorrow or Order of Ecclesia to be played instead, you have just over a few hours to bid like crazy to get those games played.
Yeah, I mean, I can't recommend any because I've only played like the first 4 Castlevania. No, I've actually only played Castlevanias 1 and 4. So like I don't know anything about this Metroidvania crap, but if you want, I don't know like which one you should try to vote. Like I don't have a preference for which one.
I've only ever played Simon's Quest.
Wait, really?
Yeah, my cousin had it. I wanted to too many games. I wanted to try and buy the first 4, but maybe I was just being naive. But they were a bit more expensive than I was expecting them to be, so I didn't buy any.
Yeah, they're all on Virtual Console for cheap, and I generally prefer to have physical versions of my games.
Same.
But if it's stuff like Castlevania where I'm trying it out for the first time, as opposed to a series that I care about, where like I get some sort of enjoyment out of having physical versions, I don't mind just downloading it just to try them out. I generally try to skew away from emulating unless if there's no other option for me, though. Like if it's a game that I want to try out, but the game is like $500 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, but my thing is that I don't have a gamepad for my PC, and I hate keyboard gaming. So I never emulate. I can't do it. I suck at it.
Yeah, the only games where I can like kind of bear it a little bit is like RPGs, where you're just gonna be doing menus the whole time anyway. But even still, I'd rather have a controller, you know. Do you have an Xbox One or an Xbox 360?
Nope.
Oh, okay, because those are just USB and they plug right in just fine. I think, do you have a PS4?
I have a PS3. I did have a app that kind of let me use my PS3 controller. I did that once. I played for a good couple of hours. I played Sonic Generations in 60 frames on the PC, and it was pretty fucking good.
Oh, what does it run at on consoles? 30?
30, yeah. It's locked at 30.
Ah, okay. I'm not surprised. Does Unleashed have an uncapped frame rate?
You know what? I forget. I think one of them's capped. I think either the 360 or the PS3 version is capped, and the other one isn't, which can fuck it up in places. Like
well,
the one that's not capped.
I know that Adabat runs at like 3 frames per second, no matter what console you're running it on.
Yeah, no matter what you use.
Yeah. I'm actually not doing too bad at this boss endurance, though. I've only taken.
Pretty good, man.
I'm at the 4th boss, I think. Yeah, the 4th boss, and I've only taken 1 hit, so that's pretty respectable, in my opinion.
People, Mr. Mikono's fan and Johnny are telling me in the chat that on the 360, it is locked to 30.
Locked to 30, okay. So yeah, I think it's.
But again, the PS4, the PS3 version doesn't run that much better. Just occasionally, you can get 60 frames for like 2 seconds.
Okay. That might actually be more disorienting than anything if it's changing more often then.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, one of the things about fighting all these battles without powers is that they go by a lot slower. That's just, you know, due to necessity. I mean, there are some times where they bring up certain enemies that you can. Like, I can... Oh, no! When you suck them up, they don't give you powers. I didn't know that they changed that for this. Okay, well, then you're stuck shooting things at them. Then, okay. I'm surprised that they made that change. But... Oh, damn it. Okay. Sorry, I was aiming the wrong way at that point. Stupid volcano giant pile of mud dick douchebag, whoever this guy is. I know that they have a name, but I don't know what it is. Okay.
It's weird how like Kirby 64, with the exception of Wispy Words, it doesn't feature really any of the returning boss characters.
Yeah, there's no Krako. Krako's the other big returning boss that's in a lot of the games. They do have a couple of references. Like I think when you're fighting Adeline in Popstar, there is like one of the drawings she makes is like an ice dragon boss from Dreamland 3, I think. Other than that, though, I don't think anything is brought back. I'm trying to think of something else that was used in other games. They kind of bring back the random geometry idea in Planet Robobot, but instead of fighting the geometry itself, it like turns into a it makes holograms of other bosses, and then you fight the holograms essentially.
Looks like we have another donation, $5 from Mario Sonic Lover, Montreal. Says, hey, I've never really tried to donate to any charity before for fear of messing it up, but I think I did it right this time. Yes, you did. Thank you so much. Hope this helps someone in some way. P.S. I've never played a Kirby game, but watching these mini games make me want to really play this one badly.
Yeah, they're good mini games. If I were gonna pick a good first Kirby game, I actually think either of the 3DS games are probably a good first one to try out, I would say.
I would say Adventure, just because it's more basic in a way. I think it might be better to wet your feet on that rather than say playing something like Superstar 64, going to Adventure and being like, this game's too basic, it's boring. Kind of like if someone plays Sonic 2 before Sonic 1.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the things that does kind of annoy me about Kirby games like Superstar occasionally is that like you get a power, but there's so many things you can do with that power that you have to stop and read the pause screen for like a minute in order to understand all the stuff you can do. Whereas in Kirby, like you said, like in Kirby's Adventure, you can just like it's just one button and it's pretty obvious what it's supposed to do. So.
Well, that's because in Kirby's Adventure, every power-up just has one function.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little bit more... I mean, not like the games are hard to play, but it's a little bit easier to manage, I think.
Looks like we have another donation from Cayman, the SMBZ fan 1. Nice job speeding through the game, Ted. Now try not to do it again. Anyway, this is runner's choice and quick question. I asked last year if you beat Triple Deluxe True Arena. Have you beaten any of the True Arenas in Kirby? And if yes, to any, what powers did you use? I used Hammer for Superstar Ultra, Spark for Return to Dreamland, and Fighter for Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot.
The only True Arena I've beaten is Planet Robobot. I had to use Amiibo though, so don't think that I'm that
cheated swine.
Yeah, I know. But I actually like to use Leaf for those kind of things, because if you guard with Leaf, you are completely invulnerable. So, yeah, Leaf all the way. It's also its attacks are really easy to use as well, because it's just an uppercut and a down attack. Like, there's not... It's easy for me to think, like, I've only got two options, so I'm not overthinking things as well, is also the thing. And I am not looking good for beating this, this boss rush. Yep, I died. Alright. So anyway, on that depressing note, there's not really an awful lot left I've got. Oh yeah, see, man, this, I need to make this into a GIF. It's hopeless thing into a GIF, because that's a fucking fantastic way to describe my life at some point. Oh man, yeah, no, it's not just game over or try again, it's hopeless. Okay. Yeah.
That's up there with you and your friends are dead. Game over.
Oh, I should have had a bid war for the different displays. Oh well, no big deal. So anyway, okay, well, while I have Kirby listen to music stone here, I'm just gonna say thank you to everybody who's watching. We appreciate all of your donations. We've done very well. I love this game. This game is fantastic. So I'd like to thank everybody who donated, everybody who's watching. Gareth, I'd like to thank you for putting up with me.
You're welcome, Ted, my friend.
Coming up next, has Ryan figured shit out or no?
I think we're gonna be streaming Mega Man X.
Mega Man X. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Coming up next is Mega Man X, apparently. Okay, good night.
Bye!